There we go.
Yes, Lord.
Pull up a chair, episode 35. We are live.
And we're live.
I love the episodes that
alive.
go by intervals of fives. Just happened to happen both times tonight.
Alive, 5.
Striving,
He's got a wife.
thriving, aliving, jiving,
Hiving.
and whatever other Ivans you have in this world. Shout out, happy birthday to any Ivans out there.
Shout out y'all.
But shout out to y'all as well. Pull up a chair, episode 35. It's a little gloomy outside, but you know that's how I like it. The vampire himself.
April showers bring those May flowers, baby.
Also, we got two different things to celebrate today. First off, three different things to celebrate. Pull up a chair, episode 35. That'd be one. Round of applause for our damn selves.
We're at 35.
Round of applause for y'all.
35 in.
35 hot and running, and we're getting better every week. Thank y'all, and we appreciate the love. Number 2, happy Record Store Day. Round of applause for everybody out there that stood in line, got some records.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah, no, that was why I was so persistent on that.
I thought it was just like your day to go to the record store. So like I know you.
Yeah.
I know you love records. So I was like, oh, it's
Thank you,
record
thank
store day for him.
Oh, I always try to get one a month. No, at least now I'm trying to get my numbers up. But no, happy Record Store Day to everybody who stood outside of the record stores and looked for maybe something that they had on the special list, or maybe just something that they wanted to go pick up. I was happy enough that I did get one of the ones on the list, which I'll share with y'all real quick.
If y'all got Elvis ones, hit me up. Let me know.
This is the 10th anniversary of
10.
Macadelic.
Hold on.
Boom, boom, boom.
We got
Yeah, that's a close cover. So you can see the
you see the
for
embroidered,
those that know, for the Mac heads.
the embroidered.
Oh yeah. Then you
Had to
got
hit those angles,
the Heart track list on the back.
which is
For those that don't remember, one of my favorite Mac Miller songs of all time, Loud, track number 3.
yeah.
And then track number 12, The Question, with Lil Wayne.
Loud is a great.
Absolute gem. One of my favorite Mac mixtapes. And it came with a couple goodies.
The goodies.
Macadelic sticker, which I think you might end up seeing back here
Yeah,
sometime
Might
soon.
be, hey, maybe post it under Elvis. Right
Maybe
up
even
there.
next week's episode. I dig that little spot over there. Then you put some spotlight on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Doom, when he watches, is going to love this shit.
Shout out Doom.
Macadelic tour poster with the
10
credits
year,
of all the shit on the back. 10th anniversary.
10th anniversary of the original cover or the original posters.
Hell yeah. And to
That's
top
just
it all
fire.
off, there's a bonus track on there that is Thoughts from the Balcony Part 2
Bonus.
and it's a bonus on side B.
Bonus.
So I'm really pumped for that. Then number 3, happy 420 weekend.
We got the socks.
Oh, you got the weed socks on? Oh, yeah.
I didn't know we were celebrating this day today.
Just happened to fall like that?
Yeah,
I got preparing for the battle tonight.
that is some fire.
I got my Biggie socks on, but
Those are
I lost my other Biggie sock. But I also lost my other Easy sock, so I'm also putting on for the West Coast tonight too.
That's
Got a little bit of East Coast, West Coast action.
hilarious.
Combo to put.
No,
You get
well,
easy?
no, it's hilarious that you lost one sock of an artist each.
And then she asked me if I wanted to throw them away. I was like, fuck it, I'll just
Hell
do
no,
some East
dude.
Coast, West Coast
Gotta
shit.
combine them.
Hell yeah. And hope everybody's having a great, blessed, wonderful Saturday out there.
Hell yeah.
Before we get into asking each other how their weeks was and getting into all the interesting, juicy things that we love to talk about, if you don't know, now you will. To my left, you got
That's me.
Super Fried Snooker
That's me.
off the top rope.
We coming in with
Childish
an elbow.
Petrino.
Ooh.
The man, the myth, the legend, the man, and the myth.
Okay.
That brings you to the host, El Tucker Tente, the ultimate motherfucking sensei, the one who, of course, taught Bruce Lee everything he motherfucking knows, a.k.a. Edward Swisherhands, a.k.a. Stony Montana, a.k.a. Space Mountain Stoney, a.k.a. Bed Burgundy. Why? Because they sleep on your boy, a.k.a. Young Dumbledore, the lyrical wizard. It's Mr. Keep the Love High and the Hate Low, a.k.a. call me anything you will, just don't call me broke or sad. And on that note, how was your week doing, brother?
Good.
And happy 420 weekend.
Hell yeah.
Don't we're a YouTube. This is just tobacco products only. So you're having a good week?
Yeah, besides dealing with back-ordered inventory parts and dealing with like shipping, basically, part for my bike. Didn't know it was on back order when I didn't say it was on back order on the website when I ordered it. So I ordered it, and then like website I ordered from is usually they're very reliable and good website. Do like them a lot. First time I've really ran into an issue with them. It's just unfortunate. It's the last piece I need for my motorcycle. So usually they ship it within like 3 to 5 business days. If you order on a Friday, they'll ship it out Monday, Tuesday, which is nice. Then you get it within.
That is nice.
You usually get it within a week after shipping, depending on where you live or whatever. But so it's usually pretty quick, easy. So it was like a week went by after I ordered that shit and didn't get a shipping email. I was like, what the fuck? Let me go check. Log into my account, I'm like, all right, let me check my orders. It was like, waiting on inventory from manufacturer. I was like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? So sent an email.
What you mean by that?
Yeah. Sent them an email. I was like, hey, just curious, like, what's going on? They replied back, like, oh, we're waiting on the part from our manufacturer, and then once we get it, we'll ship it out. Okay, cool. They said like they're expecting it May 1st though, so it's like 2 weeks after I ordered it. You're getting it, which wasn't happy. So
yeah, you're like, what the hell's going on?
Responded passively aggressive, and the next email was like, thank you for your timely response. I appreciate your time, blah, blah. Thank you for the update on the part. When I was on the website, I was under the impression that it was in your inventory and in stock already because it didn't say it wasn't. And I was expecting it to ship out within 5 business days, like it says on your website. So like I was hitting them with their own facts. Like,
yeah, like, hey, I'm just going based on what you guys are pitching to me here.
Because I've ordered stuff before, and it'd be like,
your word is your word, and my name is my name.
Yeah, because like there was times before, like I was gonna order, like it'll tell you like not in stock. So like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait from the manufacturer. This one didn't say that, so I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, are y'all pulling my leg here, or like? So I got a little passive aggressive.
I think I called for it. You handled it well too.
But I mean, I'm just trying to get some free credit out of it.
You didn't send them a song link to Many Men and be like, you relate to this now. Like, you could have went that route to it.
You're not wrong. I'm about to do that with MLB The Show and their support team, like their shit. Ooh,
man, what's MLB going on?
It's their servers is like, me and my buddy will play ranked, like 2-on-2. You pick like 5-6 people each, and then you combine teams.
Okay.
It's like on Madden, you combine your fantasy teams or whatever.
Yeah.
You do that, your Madden Ultimate Team.
Yeah,
you can do that. You can do that on MLB now.
Okay.
So we do that. But
and this is the new one.
Yeah.
When did it just come out?
April.
Oh, okay.
March 28th.
Okay, so it's fresh. It's hot.
It's the second MLB game for Xbox though. It's the second year they're on Xbox. Last year there was issues, and we're like, all right, they're figuring all the shit out. So me and my buddy, we're doing ranked now because we're fuck all the bullshit. Like we're dogs. We're playing ranked. Literally, like not every game, damn near though. 80% of the game, like it'll freeze random throughout the game. Third inning, seventh, random shit. It'll make
now when you say freeze, like freeze and it's done.
Freeze and it'll just lock your screen wherever you're looking at, and then whichever team will home screen or whatever quit out first, the other team will get the win or whatever. So it's just, and then, but in ranked, if you back out and quit out,
turns into a war of attrition on who's going to back out.
But with their shit, there's a cooldown penalty if you quit out. So like it's to make people not quitting ranked matches. So it'll be like first one's like 5 minutes, second one's 10, 15, then 30, hour, 3 hours. But like I'm forced to quit out. So I sent them an email. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? How are you giving me a penalty for your game fucking up?
Yeah. So when it's not even just my shit.
So I was not passive aggressive with Chuck. I was very aggressive with Chuck. I was not happy.
You're like the other one. I ran out.
I was like,
I couldn't do it anymore.
I had to wait fucking 45 minutes to play the game because you froze. Like, and I can't do anything about it. Like, what do you want me to sit and stare at my Xbox for an hour
and do this war of attrition?
But other than that wasn't this week, that MLB shit. But work was smooth, so I can't complain. You know, working on cars is nice. How about you? How was the papers?
Pretty good. My trainee quit, so I'm 0 for 2 on trainees. She made it to Wednesday. Yep, she's great. Great woman. Fun, funny, cool, super cool.
She might not just like that line of work.
Yeah, she just wasn't feeling it.
I can't do
I
it.
could tell, and she was getting tired easily. And like, I looked at her like an hour and a half into the shift. I'm like, you're not really feeling this, are you? She goes,
You didn't bring enough energy drinks, huh?
I was like, do you want me to just go talk to him for you? She's like, yeah, could you? I was like, I got you.
She not built for this. She going home.
Yeah, she.
Hey, but it's you don't know if you're gonna fit in that line of work until you try it.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, like, we just kind of were just chilling. I could tell after like day 3 or 4, she wasn't really all that interested. But I let her basically collect some free money. I told her on
Got a little bit of help.
I told her last Friday when one of the supervisors left, I was like, I can tell you're exhausted. I said, if you just want to hang back, I can run the table. She's like, really?
I know you're not staying here anyway. Like,
yeah, I was like, just keep your head bone in, chill out, make some free money. I'm with it. I'd do the same.
I mean, there's definitely times where
she did give me a hug and say that I was a cool trainee and I was chill. So I was like, all right, that's
what I mean. Is like, it just wasn't for her. Because there was times like when I was training people cooking and shit, like they were getting in my way. Like they were slow.
Or you're gonna. I feel you can almost tell on somebody's face, like, you're not really fucking with this, right? Like
that, and then it's like they want to help, but when we get busy, I don't give a fuck what you found on the web. Like,
that's hilarious.
When I'm cooking and shit, like when it's busy, like people expect their food. Like I can't have like
where's it at?
So there's this one time I knew this he wasn't gonna last anyway. One time I was like, hey bro, just go do dishes.
That's what I'm drinking.
I was like, would you rather just do some dishes or are you trying to like he's like, yeah, I'll go do dishes. I was like, please get up out of here, dog. I was like, that'll help me because you're out of my way and I don't have to do this. Like,
all right, what can you do? Boom.
And he wasn't even that good at that shit though.
Ugh.
That's the worst though. Like,
but yeah, overall though, good week. Can't complain. It went by quick.
The machine breakdown on the other.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck
that's
yeah.
like daily.
Yeah, fuck yeah. The thing yesterday was pronounced dead. Like I basically had to chill out for the last 2 hours. That thing was fucking dead. We tried. We tried Band-Aid, CPR. We couldn't get that thing going.
You gotta do the Draymond kick, stomp on the sternum.
Oh, we gonna get there.
Fair.
We gonna get there. In fact, you want to just start there?
I mean, we can
start with sports.
Okay.
Let's do it. Fuck yeah! Playoff update. Playoffs
coming in hot.
Playoffs.
Draymond Green stomp.
Draymond. No. That one just happened to fall in the same syllable, so I could do it. But yeah, so Draymond gets suspended.
Yes, sir.
After giving the as JR would have commentated, he's stomping a mud hole in him. But
oh God, have mercy.
I saw that somebody did that on Twitter. They were like Draymond Green to Sabonis, and it's like Stone Cold just stomping the shit out of somebody in the corner of the ring. But I don't agree with the suspension though.
I do. Because granted, he held his ankle before he stomped.
And how's this go if then he goes to run and his ankle gets fucked up? Say he doesn't try to step on it. He just tries to shake it off and run and he can't get loose.
But all right, I'm being devil's advocate. I don't give a fuck about Sabonis, truly. Like they're balling right now, so I'm watching obviously, but like didn't follow the Kings.
I think the only reason why you might be able to do the suspension is
is
because it gave him a sternum contusion. I saw that.
It was they gave him the suspension because that could very drastically more physical and other people actually hurt. So they had to stop the shit now, or else next game Draymond might. If Draymond was in the game, Sabonis might accidentally throw a fucking elbow at his fucking jugular.
Oh, and try to pop him in the face or something.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying he would, but
give him a receipt.
You give him you suspend him now and let everybody know we're not letting this.
We're not letting it go. We're not letting it turn into a pissing match.
We're not.
We got Draymond and Sabonis trying to take each other out the game.
And with Sabonis, like He held his
Plus,
ankle.
okay,
He did hold the
I'll go
ankle,
with you and say I'm
but-
sure too. They're in the back of their minds too. They're like, no matter how this goes, we can't let this turn into a
Yes.
malice at the Palace thing where all of a
And-
sudden the whole team's come off the bench.
He and Sabonis, when he fell, when you like fall like that shit and you roll over, you don't know.
My thing was
I
though,
don't
is why did he grab Draymond's ankle?
I don't think he knew it was Draymond's at first, and then
He was grabbing that.
I think
foot.
that's what I'm saying is when he fell, he like, oh fuck, and then was like reached out and realized it was something. So he's like, and then he realized, oh, this is Draymond. So then he did the extra clinch.
So then doesn't he get suspended too? I'm not saying then don't
If-
suspend Draymond, but if you're gonna suspend Draymond, that only occurred
How many
because of
times-
his ankle being held.
How many times do we see someone like foul somebody, but then you only the person that like gets charged is the person that reacts.
The way I look at it though is I say I totally agree that Draymond deserves to be suspended if this was the case. If Sabonis hits the hardwood, all right, and just lays there for a second, hits the hardwood, the ball's now going the other way. If Draymond turns around and physically goes, bow, I'm like,
I
okay,
think
yes, that
even-
was completely unnecessary.
I think even if Draymond still steps on him, but not as dramatic to be like a fuck you, get off me, but like I can't do anything else. Like how Big Show would walk over people. Like if he doesn't do it as aggressively, I think they both get flagrants and stay in the game.
like if he actually just tried to avoid stepping on him and just fell,
Yeah.
like just
And if-
fell,
even
and
if
he
he
was
did-
like, yo,
Even if he did casually step on him
Like-
still, but he didn't stop.
and it actually looked like he was like, okay, I have
Right.
nowhere to put my foot, so now I'm just falling over.
But-
like,
Yes, he grabbed your shit, but then you stomped on the man. So the refs saw that, not the first. Because
well, like you said,
because when Sabonis fell,
I
you
do
roll on
agree
the
with
ground.
that. I do agree with that. The part that looked a little bit bad for Draymond is it didn't necessarily look like a It looked like a get the fuck off me,
And
like he
I
stomped
don't,
his fucking
I don't
shit.
think
Like,
your,
damn.
your past should inflect your suspension previous, but he's known.
To get a little bit rough and tough out
So I
there.
think they shut it down before it got more rough and tough type shit. So I think that's why he got suspended because you're not a dirty player. You are a physical player. Like you are a physical player, Draymond. Like I respect it, but at the same time, like we know you've kicked people in the balls multiple accidentally.
And this isn't your first offense and first flagrant.
So it's like, and with Sabonis, when you fall on the ground, you roll, and like, all
He
right,
landed straight on his back.
and then all right, now I'm in agony. You roll over and you feel a leg. You're gonna be like, hey, you're supposed
Well,
to like,
take it easy, man.
you're supposed to be like, what the fuck is this? Oh shit, don't step on me. And then I think he saw a white shoe, not a black shoe, and was like,
Ah,
at the like. But I think, like I said, if he didn't as aggressively or dramatically stomp on him, I think they both get a flagrant for that. Because then they would watch it back and be like, well, he did hold his shit. And Draymond tripped and fell over him, but like,
he was trying to get away without
but my
stepping
man
on him.
Draymond hit him with a stomp and then
Yeah.
walk off.
Yeah. Thought like he was trying to Randy Orton him.
He was
Or
trying
Seth
to.
Rollins him, I mean.
Yes, like he was trying to take him to the underworld, like switch the universes real quick. Like
I hope Sabonis didn't eat before that game.
Draymond thought his stomp was going to do the snap like Thanos.
And just
Reset the universe. But
You see Aisha in the stands start disappearing.
oh,
Hey,
Uh,
Steph, I don't feel so good.
I'm done. He said, "You're not cooking the same." Fucking, but Draymond was only suspended game 3, so he'll be back tomorrow for game 4.
Yeah.
And game 3, I think, was yesterday.
And they won.
I was about to say I would have to double check. They were
Whatever it was within the next past 2 days, they won.
Let me go look. Yesterday we had.
He's coming a little
Or
loose, but he's
he,
still functioning.
They played Thursday actually, so
They won
yes.
because they were in the Bay. I saw that.
And then so yesterday we had the Cavs looking
Grizzlies and Lakers on tonight.
Tonight we got Grizzlies, Lakers, yes. Suns and Clippers are going right now. 76ers and the Nets played earlier.
Oh, you said Suns and Clippers going right now?
Yes, sir.
I know I wore the Grizzlies hat last week. Had to rock the Suns this week.
Yeah, why you gotta do that? Like, I fuck with the Suns.
You fuck with the Suns?
Yeah, you could do it with the Grizzlies.
I fuck with the Suns. I fuck with the Suns.
But like,
that was actually the first basketball team I ever liked. Was this Phoenix Suns? Mari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Steve Nash. Love those gentlemen.
Name 3 besides Kevin Durant now on the Suns.
Devin Booker. Give me a second here. I can do that. DeAndre Ayton. And can hear the clock ticking. That's not a good one. Give me okay. So I said Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. Oh God, dang it! I fucking had him on my fucking team this year for a minute too. Damn it. Saric. Saric.
I mean,
I fuck with the Suns. I'm rooting for him. Who are they against?
Chris Paul.
I fuck with CP3. I wasn't sure if he was still on that team.
I'm not sure if the dude you just said is still on the team.
Might not be.
That's why I was like,
a waiver guy.
that's why I kind of looked at you. I was like, I might have to double check if he got on the roster.
Saric.
But I was like, Chris fucking.
That man's been on half of the NBA.
No, he hasn't.
I lost track of where he was.
No, he has. He's been on like 4
For what it's worth, he did come to my mind. I just didn't want to say that and risk being wrong. So that's why I just was like, let me name one that I know is for sure.
At least you have their 2 young talents that they're building around. Like, but I had to say not Kevin Durant because I knew you knew that one.
Yeah.
Everyone I was like,
well, and of course Booker.
I respect that you know the old Suns, and I appreciate that. So you have the early fanhood. But I'm out there.
Plus, I like to keep it a little. I like to keep it a little versatile.
After today, though, I'm out to respectfully ask you.
Oh, I don't know who they're playing right now.
To not wear that hat the rest of the playoffs because you're jinxing my team right now.
No, who are they playing? Last time I saw, they were killing them.
The Clippers.
But
like the Clippers aren't like bums.
Kawhi's hurt, I'm pretty sure. At least he's missing one of these games, unless he already missed it the last one they played.
Like Ja. So that's what I'm getting at here. Like that's all. I'm not. We don't got. That's all. So
like Ja.
Suns and Clippers.
By the way, when's he even slated to come back?
I don't think he will.
Really?
I don't think they're going to rule him out. Technically, they're going to be hopeful that he can pain through it. All right, we don't know what his injury technically is. I don't think they've officially released. But what I am speculating is, don't think he broke any fingers on the fall.
That's good.
Think he broke something in here though, one of these little bones. So he fucked up the palm.
Ah, yeah, because I saw it in the thing. It bent back.
Yeah. So I don't know if any fingers got broken.
Get better, Ja.
It would be better for him if it was probably.
Now, is that his trigger hand?
It's his right.
Yeah, I think that's his trigger hand.
So, but like with the palm, like bones in there are so small. It's like your feet, like small ass bones. So like, could he hold a basketball and like do a layup?
But best to keep him out.
He could at a level 8
and
at a level 8 pain.
I want to say the Lakers are up 2-1, right?
I think it might be game 3. Game 3 is tonight.
Game 3's tonight.
Yeah, it's 1-1 right now. But like with his hand, like how much it's like a pain thing right now. Like, could he even do a layup? Like, do you have control of a basketball? Like, can you move your fingers enough to like dribble? Are you gonna break more bones by dribbling it?
You don't want to risk him getting more hurt.
And if I'm a defender and Ja's out there and I know his hand's not 100, I'm taking 2 fouls. I'm smacking the fuck out that hand. Like, because I respect him as a player, but at the same time, I know if you out here, you might torch me. My team has a better chance with you on the out. So let me make sure this shit hurt. Like, my fault. Didn't mean to actually hit you.
Oh, good.
I mean, that wasn't even a hit, but you know that. But like, let me make sure your hand's actually hurting. So like, he might have taken a pain pill or something, but I'm gonna smack it just to bring back that agony. I'm not trying to hurt him more.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he can at least play at some point during the series, especially if
I
they
don't
end up
know.
needing him.
They played great without him, to be honest, but it was like the first game without him, so like everyone's like, "Oh, we got Steph." So it's like now it's can the Lakers control the tempo or the game kind of now?
Is AD good? I saw he went down.
Full respect. AD go down every game. But I mean, that's what happens when you're a big man. Like you topple over wrong way. Like your ankle gets tweaked. Like so he went out, but he was back.
Yeah, because
in.
I saw that again, and I'm like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's his foot. They got
Depending
him.
on how it goes
They
this
have him
season, he might want to just
technically-
hang it up. I'm serious. Like,
They have him listed day to day, so I'm
of
sure.
course.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll play. You know what I mean? Like Clippers are up 58-54 right now. 8.5 left in the third, just for a little update. Then we got Bucks and Heat as well tonight.
They in Miami now?
Yes, sir. And that's tied 1-1. I
Nice.
think the Heat could upset the Bucks.
I like it.
Me too.
Also, remember last week on last week's episode, everybody, when I said Tyler Harrow? Turns out I was wrong. He's hurt. At least I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, game 1 he broke his hand.
Yeah. Oh, so I wasn't.
He started.
wrong at
He
the
was
time.
in the playoffs. Yes. Same day, Ja. So Ja, we don't know if he broke his hand, and then it was confirmed Harrow broke his hand.
And he's out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
And difference between it being your main player and like a solid role player, like we're ruling him out. He actually broke shit. Ja, we're like, hey, how much pain you in, bro?
Like,
You think you could make a layup?
is there anything we can do?
I know you got 4 broken bones in the hand, but like, could you make a layup?
We'll testify that you didn't shoot some. No.
Can you shoot a 3 with your left hand?
He's like, I can shoot a gun. No, John.
No,
we need to know if you can
not
shoot the
Glock.
ball.
Not the Glock.
We
Ja.
know you can shoot the gun, Jadwick.
Jeez, Weez.
The ball. But yeah,
I could definitely hit the. Yeah,
I'm
shoot.
excited to see that where these playoffs are going. Got my eye on a few teams that I'm, rooting for, trying to see them go far. I got some money on the Warriors, so trying to get them to go to the conference final. I get 35.
That's
Me and Mango, Sleepless Familia, Mango Mott. But
I
Cavs update though. How do you think we're gonna fare in this series? Given an update now a week later.
I would not be confident with that Warriors.
No,
I mean, it's
a little nervous
okay.
because I wasn't aware of Sacramento having like the coach of the year and shit.
Not even they just young talent and dogs. Like
Yeah.
not even
I didn't know they were
all right.
that high of a seed either.
Let me retract dogs. Hoopers.
I thought that
They
literally,
have
I did not think they were that good of a team.
It's
I had no idea.
individually, the players like don't look like it.
No, De'Aaron Fox, like you said, dog.
Yes, and Malik Monk. They also played college together. And there
Oh,
was-
shit, I
and I
didn't
saw
know
a thing.
that.
It was like about fucking time an NBA team got these two back together, like because they took over in college, but like dogs. So it's like,
I like
it could be
seeing
a
teams
perfect
like that
storm.
actually start doing good.
yeah, and
Because usually they were always bottom of the barrel, 11th, 12th seed.
or and showing it up against a Warriors team
Yes.
that where it's like they're expected to get 4-0'd, swept. Like Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins came back to the team from his personal matters. Like
Crazy.
so, like what's now y'all down? Like oh,
They turned,
shit.
how the turntables.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Are y'all a little old now? What's going on over there? What is it? But
How do you feel confidence? Where does it lie in the Cavs?
So last game, it looked like our team was just like scared. Like it looks like
We were definitely shook up by that garden. That garden's a nasty, mean crowd.
yeah.
They get into it. They love their Knicks.
So if I'm confident because I'm confident in our team. Are they confident in themselves right now? Though? So on this next game,
Now with Darius Garland shooting 4 for 17.
but at least he was shooting. because game one he barely put up a shot in the fourth, like 0 actually. So like
Then game 2, he balled.
so I'd rather have him trying to hoop than just being a decoy body on the court
And playing shy almost.
So like I'm confident as long as they come out with effort and energy next game. We could lose still next game, and I'm confident we'll come back.
From a 3-1?
It'd be, yeah. We could, like, Knicks, if they come out with energy and just, like, physicality.
We've kind of halted Brunson. It's Randall that seems to be picking up speed.
And it's like, last game, all we had to do was out-effort them.
And we didn't do it.
And have some physicality. And, like, we just looked like scared.
Yeah, last night we lost by what, 20?
It looked like the JV team versus the varsity team. Like, oh, yeah, y'all got some talent, but.
Yeah, first half we had, what, 32 points?
It was, like, they looked like they were just scared, like, not bit, like, scared. Like, so as long as they come, like, first game in the Garden, I get it. Understand. But second game, if y'all don't come out with that energy and, like, attack mode, then I'm like, all right, we might lose this one in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
Like, Knicks would have so much momentum.
That'd be sad if we lost it in Cleveland.
Right, but if we, in the next game in New York, if we come out and fight, and say we still lose, but we battling, like, we're not going down, like, we're battling, we're giving them a good run for their money, they still win, like, cool. Let's see if you do that back in Cleveland, though. Because then I'm confident we could come back. Because we got 2 more games in Cleveland after tomorrow.
Oh, if they took it to 7?
Yeah, well, we'd have to if we lose tomorrow. But then it's like, all right, we just got to get 1 in New York.
To ask you how confident you are on that, would you bet on it? I'm not saying I want to bet you on it. I'm just saying, would you bet?
On the Cavs winning the series?
Yes. From this moment forward.
Yeah.
Doesn't even necessarily mean how they do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not putting my house or a car on it, but, like, if someone was like, hey, put 10, like, yeah. I'm always a Cavs fan, but, like, I'm also not a dumb Cavs fan.
You're not one of those, let's just say anything we want.
Right. Like, I'll put up.
Garland's going to come out next game and drop 50 in the Garden.
Like, he could happen. Doubt it. But, like.
It'd be crazy if it did.
So, like, even if I would bet on them, and I'd still know, like, well, if they don't come out with energy, I'm losing this bet immediately. Like,
you'd be like,
we're not getting past the next game. Like, you know,
this is going to get dangerous now.
Exactly. I'm just, like I said, I'm confident in them. Are they confident in themselves, though? Like, I need Danny Green, who we brought in as a veteran, to be like, hey, young cats, they're not shit. This is just, they think they sweet. Like, come on. Like,
we need to put our best foot forward.
Be who you are. Like, just be who you are. Like, if people get in, like, the playoff moment, like, it's another fucking game.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the playoffs, but it's a basketball game. Just dumb it down a little bit, breathe, be who the fuck you are. Darius Garland. Like Donovan Mitchell told him game 2. Where the fuck were you fourth quarter game 1? Were you a ghost?
We need you.
I need you as a 1-2 punch. I can't be a 1 punch. I need a 1-2.
That's why Spider looked frustrated yesterday. But
like,
yeah, no, we still got a couple games left. I think if it goes to 7, we'll be talking game 7 next week, right?
I don't know how the schedule
how that would fall.
Yeah. So
well, either way, we're excited to see where our Cavs can take it. Shout out Cleveland. And hope we can go as far as we can take it. Milk it for everything it's got. To talk a little bit about football, did you see Jalen Hurts' new contract?
Yes.
Highest paid quarterback in history?
Yes. Not
fucking crazy.
Was it? I think Deshaun has the most guaranteed still.
I don't know if it's guaranteed.
He's the or it might be he's the highest paid yearly player.
I think that is what it is. I don't know.
I know he doesn't have the most guaranteed money, but he's the highest paid.
Yeah, because I saw he got one of those stats. What do you think on him getting paid that?
Rightfully so.
I agree. I think, yeah, I agree.
He showed the critics he can.
Turn that team around like that.
He led the team
Yes.
like that. He made it look like it was effortless to lead that team.
Yeah. And all of a sudden turned into a bona fide superstar.
Yeah, he proved the critics he is who he is, not, oh, can he? Well, no.
Especially delivering on that Super Bowl.
You literally took a team to the Super Bowl your second year? Under a new coach, but like.
By the way, shout out PJ, shout out Paulie that said you guys are going to be tuning in on a later date this week. Appreciate y'all always. All the Sleepless Familia family that catches us after.
Facts.
I know everybody has busy Saturdays, busy weekends, but thank you all for spending
we appreciate
at some point of your week with us, no matter when it is, live or
all the
afterwards.
viewing time every second. And also shout out Vince and the Eagles because he's been an Eagle fan since day one. And
I'm glad to see we have a lot of Eagles fans around here. We really do. That's why I wanted to mention the contract.
Vince's grandparents were from New Jersey.
Oh shit! Nice.
So that's but love the Eagles contract. They're smart for doing it before Joe Burrow and who's the next quarter. There's
Lamar's unpaid. We all know that.
Yeah, that. But it's Joe Burrow and who's the Chargers? Not Jalen.
Eckler. Oh no! What the fuck, Herbert?
Yes, Justin Herbert. Those two are going to get paid. So they did it before them because they're resetting markets every time. So because it's
I definitely agree with Herbert getting paid. He's great.
So it's Philly was smart for locking in their quarterback, and it's technically an extension. Now, so they have this year still, then so it's 5 plus. This.
Yeah.
So it factors in for salary.
He's going to be with him for a minute.
But it was a smart move because how salary cap is you get 6 years now to move money rather than 5. So great move. Love it. He's a dog. Hope Jason Kelsey comes back for the O-line because if he retires, him and the other O-linemen are retired together, I guarantee it. Forget who the other
So then Hurts will be like, no!
And then, literally, fuck.
Yeah, damn it, I'm getting tackled now.
The Lamar thing, that the Ravens signed Odell. And
it just doesn't make sense to me that you'd even sign anything else before you have Lamar in lock, let alone a fucking wide receiver.
So Lamar will, at the end of the day, he's going to sign his franchise tag for the 1 year because Odell's there. So he gave Odell, him and Odell's not signing if he doesn't
Lamar's
have commitment.
Not on board with it. I hope Lamar's on board with it.
Lamar's on board with at least this 1 year, but he's trying to get his 5 years. He wants to stay there.
He just wants that money. You can't blame
him. You can't.
At all.
He has the stats.
The team leader, like you mentioned.
He's the face of your franchise, a great quarterback, dynamic, does everything right off the field. MVP, got y'all to the playoffs, done shit that only Mike Vick has done since Mike Vick.
Why do you think they're so hesitant on paying him? I feel like that seems to be the running question. I don't really know. When I try to think on it.
Because it's a greedy owner, but if you pay him, you're making more money in the long run because you have him on your team.
Greedy owner almost confuses me though too, because it's
it's the guaranteed money. So as an owner in the NFL, if guaranteed money.
Do you think he's asking for the Jalen price basically, or
he's asking for the
close
price.
To it? Oh, he wants that.
You gave this man who doesn't have MVP. They gave him 231 guaranteed. If you're not bringing that, why am I talking?
Damn.
But with guaranteed, the owners don't like that because you have to put $231 million. The Browns owner.
That means no matter how this happens,
he put $231 million from his bank or whatever into this as a holding because it's guaranteed money to.
Meaning, no matter what happens here,
it's gone.
Yeah.
So that's why owners.
And that means, say he gets hurt 3 years in a row. Guaranteed still.
Yes, unless in the contract there's a clause of no, because guaranteed is guaranteed.
So he could literally go out there and tear his ACL in the first play of the game 3 years in a row, and they'd be like, "Well, we still have to pay him every."
I think there would be As
But
long as you're
essentially, though, because obviously that
long
would
as-
never happen.
if
Essentially,
you
that's
tear your ACL and you still are on our roster, like we have hope in you for the future still,
some belief.
then yes, you get
That's
that
true, man.
contract. But say like he blows his knee out and he's like, I don't think I can play again. Then he'll retire or whatever. They'll go their separate ways with like a buyout or something to like negate the guaranteed, because it's like
Kind of like what Luck did.
the guaranteed is if you're on a roster for us, you could be hurt, but you got to be recovering this. Like, so there is like a insurance for the owner, but like owner has to put all that money into this account,
And now have it basically reserved.
and I can't use it for my other investments in a year for the next 6 months.
And this is all for him.
Like, so that's where it's like why owners are hesitant, is like some owners don't have like actual cash. All their shit's liquidated. They got 45 properties, 3 other businesses, this and this. They're worth 45 billion, but on hand they got less than 50 in it. So it's I still don't
That's my
understand.
yawn days.
I still don't understand why they haven't paid him though. Like
So you're baffled too? You're left being like, what the fuck is going on here?
especially after like watching Pat McAfee show, like
Yeah,
I've heard
I'm
some,
sure he mentioned it.
heard some like reports, like I think Ian Rappaport said like they offered him like a 3-year 150 guaranteed, and he said no, or I think he said that was cap, but like so it might not have been full guaranteed, but like they offered him a shorter deal, he said no. They offered him this deal, he said no. So like the guaranteed money isn't agreeing with him. So like they're trying, but it's just give the man what he fucking wants.
They're trying to just continuously lowball it.
Because truly, Ravens are also very involved with getting DeAndre Hopkins after they've already signed Odell.
So they want room for Lamar and D-Hop.
No, I'm saying is like if you have money for Odell to give 18 M's, this isn't a broke owner, is what I'm getting at. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? To pay your fucking franchise quarterback. And then DeAndre would probably already been here too.
Because he'd be like, all right, they're on lock. There's other options. We're a threat. Let's do it. Run it.
For a Super Bowl.
I mean,
DeAndre, Odell, Lamar.
It sounds like somewhere in there somebody's caring too much about the money.
Or like not respecting the human and the player how they should.
Like you said, it turns into a trap when it's like, well, if this guy who doesn't have my resume gets this,
How are you
then
going to tell
what
me
the
I shouldn't get
how the
that?
fuck am I not getting at least that? Like
Right.
it should, the first offer should be at least that. Like if you offered me that first, I'd be like, all right, well that's
Right.
not
All right,
insulting.
that's a
That-
straight match.
That's
All right,
good. Like yeah.
cool. Yeah, so it's like
And then he could even get away with being like, I like that, and I'll just round it up a little bit. Like
with the Ravens though, like waiting and pushing and like not pissing him off, but like not pleasing him. You run the risk of him signing this 1-year franchise tag and then dipping to free agency.
and then what?
Or I think they could franchise tag him again, but then he could sit out. Like I got money, fuck
And
it.
it's like, yeah.
I'll sit out a year, then go to free agency. So it's like you run the risk of ruining the relationship with a
There's a
franchise
big risk with
quarterback.
that all in all, really.
You're possibly ruining your franchise quarterback relationship with this franchise that he loves. For what? 50 million at the end of the day, like guaranteed. When in the end, after 6 years, if you have him as your quarterback, you're making 500 million off of him.
Yeah.
So it's like, just pay the fucking man.
Just pay him.
Just give the man what he
It's
deserves.
crazy that it's taking this long for him.
Just give him what he deserves, not even what he wants.
You know what he needs to
Fucking
do?
deserves it.
He needs to find the team owner, and he needs to do what Ronaldo did in the middle of that game. You see that? Ronaldo hit him with the fucking zigzag. Literally looked just like the zigzag. So I can find this. I'm turning my volume down, but I got to
I
show
was about to
you.
say I did not see this.
So Ronaldo's in the middle of a soccer game, and he just gets pissed. Well, what he does is he hits the guy with it. Literally looks just like Dolph Ziggler's finisher. Looks just like he hit him with the zigzag.
That's,
Let's find it. There's Ronaldo. Comes up right on him. Boom.
and takes him.
And then Ziggler quoted it.
It's a reverse DDT. He comes up from behind and just boom. Like,
yeah,
like
Ronaldo
so, like,
got
that's
the
like
red card or whatever for
yeah,
that.
rightfully so.
That's
But
fucking hilarious.
But it's like the Draymond thing. What did that dude do to Ronaldo to poke him so much? Like, so this dude was probably kicking this man.
It's funny that you say that because somebody said if you watch the game,
He was probably kicking like
This-
Ronaldo's shins and shit.
this
and,
dude
like,
did it to him, and then he
elbowing
just
him.
did it to him the third time. And when he did it to him the third time, that's when Ronaldo came over and
He's
fucking
like-
hit him with the good old heel Ziggler zigzag.
Oh, you thought I was just a baby face because my name's Ronaldo. No, I will fuck you up.
They said
bro.
that was the first time he's ever been
Yes.
ejected in like years and years.
It's the
of
first
game.
time he's ever.
And I
done
guess I
anything-
guess he didn't even care because they were already up like 4 goals, and he just was sick of the guy, and he was like, you know
They
what,
could have been down.
I'm going
for it.
home early.
They could've- He's a true competitor. If they were down 4, he still could have done that and not get like.
He would have been like, team, y'all know I don't usually do this.
He
He
would've
would have
been
been
like,
this guy.
yeah, we were losing and like I heard a team, but like I'm a man. It's
It's
like,
this
with,
guy 3 different times tried to chin
Frank
check
Ocean.
me.
Fuck you guys. Like,
Oh, we'll get there.
but what I'm saying is like that's what Ronaldo's like. You're not just gonna fucking be like you're not just gonna disrespect me and be a douchebag player that's unsportsmanlike like and be a dick on the field and
And it seemed like they were from.
you're not
I'm
getting
assuming they
called
looked
for
like
it.
like no calls.
In soccer, like you could there's like 3 refs, 1 on the field, 2 on the sides, I think.
Which
So
it's
like
amazing that they're able to even make those calls.
so like some shit you beat the shit out of somebody when someone's not looking.
Yeah, if you're right in the middle of the field and they can't catch it, you just swipe them real quick.
But then I'm
At
fucking
you.
Ronaldo. My legs are probably insured for $500. Like
These are looked at
you're
as
just-
gold.
you're kicking me for you're down 4, bro. Like,
Quit fucking kicking me in the
oh, you're
shins
doing it
and
with the ref
shit.
don't look? All right, well the ref gonna see this. Yeah. Bitch ass, like fuck off. Like
He even did it too because you could tell as soon as he walked away, he was already taking off the jersey. Like,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah, I know.
red. Yep.
I'm out.
I'm not even arguing it. Very unnecessary and unsport. Yep. I'm going to the tunnel. Respect though. For like and
yeah,
like
I
you
mean,
said,
the one
like,
time he did that.
it's like the first time in his career he's done something
It's the
unsportsmanlike.
first time he's ever been kicked out of a game. That's why when he did it, everybody was like,
What do you
who did this? And
and,
they're like, Ronaldo?
and my first thing was
Cristiano Ronaldo.
he's my favorite player. So like knowing him was like
That's why I
my
actually
first
knew the name,
thing
too.
was what did that dude do to him? Because Ronaldo holds his emotions and anger. Like people beat the shit out of him. He can hold it.
And that was just enough for him to be like, yeah, dude, fuck you.
Like you're you're UFC leg kicking me over here, and we're not even in on the play. Like, I'm just standing here. I'm getting my shin kicked. Like what the fuck? Like what do you mean? Like, this leg is worth more than your life. Like I guarantee his.
That's why
legs-
the coach was like, what was he doing? Kicking my leg? He's probably like, let me go get my gun.
a crowbar might have been seen in that parking lot.
Coach is like, you think you're going to
He-
take out my
I
guy's
bet
fucking
he
leg?
probably had security walking with him everywhere. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't know where they were playing at, but like,
I was just impressed that he hit him with a well-timed zigzag.
it
there
did.
was-
It did look clean and smooth.
That looked clean.
That's how
That
you.
looked
That's how
clean.
you know it was
And like
built up.
that adds to it too. That's why I did want to bring it up.
But that's why
that-
you knew it was built up anger because like he thought about it the second time. He's like, I'm gonna fucking DDT this. I'm gonna zigzag this man. Then he thought about it again. He's like, I could right now. Then that's the third time. He's like, fuck it. I thought about it twice.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
responded to Ziggler's tweet. And he
That's
said, I've
awesome.
been waiting 13 years to do that move. He said, I just wish I would have cocked my knee better. And Ziggler said, don't worry, I'll get him next time. And he said, maybe, with a winky face. And I thought that was cool.
What
What?
Bold take, hot take. Ziggler's bringing out Ronaldo in the future.
Let's just dive right into wrestling. I think that could be a SummerSlam move for sure. Like, because now that, like, I
Yes.
noticed right after that happened, like, even though Ziggler's doing the stand-up, it's like all of a sudden Ziggler had a match on SmackDown. Like, now he's getting
Yes.
some more TV time.
It might not
Then
be.
maybe you could do, like, an angle where, like, oh, like, The Miz, typical with The Miz nowadays. But The Miz could, like, come out and be like, oh, you know, you and what army, or you and who else? And Ziggler would be like, and we're going to kick your ass.
But clip this
and have Ronaldo.
because I'm
come in.
predicting this like 2 years early. Because he's still a soccer star right now. Like, he's old. He's getting older.
Yeah, he'd have to
So like depending
get
on
out
like
of the soccer world because they
Not
probably
even
wouldn't
that.
want to let him do that shit either.
it's not that, it's just he doesn't have time. Like he's training
And to try to
conditioning,
train and do a WWE
traveling,
match.
and then
He's definitely got the athleticism for it.
that's
though.
what I mean. But as soon as he's like starts to relax a little bit, like, oh, here's
And
my
now he's a big fan.
or,
It's like,
or
oh,
during
shit.
the off season, like not you can't do it during season though. That's what I'm saying. Like clip this 6 to 2 years, we're seeing Ronaldo.
6 months to 2 years.
We'll see Ronaldo wrestling.
That'd be. I think that'd be fun. Especially after that, and now, like you said,
and
I'm sure like Triple H is like, oh,
but it's
wow,
like
I didn't
Bad
know he
Bunny.
was such a big fan. Like,
it's
oh,
gonna be
shit.
like Bad Bunny. You're getting a whole nother
They're having him,
geographical community and fan base because of one person.
and like you said, yeah, two
Ronaldo's
soccer
following-
fans will be like, wait, where's he going?
I think Ronaldo is like the most followed man on Instagram.
Oh wow,
Not female or person, but male. It might be male sports.
I didn't even know that.
But like, man, household name damn near everywhere. Even if you don't like soccer, you know Cristiano Ronaldo's name.
Yeah, him and Neymar. I feel like those are the two.
Well,
Oh no,
Messi.
not Neymar, Messi.
Neymar's become the third, but
Gotcha.
Messi, yeah.
Yeah, because she can get messy. Yeah.
This man just, yeah, Neymar. Oh wait, no, fuck. Hey, shout out to you for knowing Neymar though.
Thank you. I try.
'Cause,
try.
like,
I
I
do.
like, I like soccer.
I pay attention to ESPN every once in a blue.
I'm a FIFA fan.
So now talking about a little bit of wrestling. Big moment for WWE, which is something that Vince was really against, and thank God Triple H is for it. WWE has officially partnered with Twitch.
Really?
Yes. And WWE superstars can now gain Twitch revenue, and WWE has no access to their Twitch revenue. The only thing
That's beautiful.
Only thing is,
Well,
is
Twitch
that-
does.
what?
Well, Twitch. Oh,
Well, they said the only thing was the WWE is getting out of this because who was it? Xavier Woods said that yes, it'll help with that, and he also wants to boost the morale for those people.
yeah.
And the other part of it too is that now they can sponsor, like say on the corner of the Twitch
Mhm.
screen, WWE logo.
Yeah.
Like just that,
And
like just so they know,
it's
like you were watching a
advertising,
WWE
yeah.
partnered stream.
But
like.
and it's also great because superstars. It's
And you know what the one condition was that Triple H put in the thing that Xavier said's totally cool? He said, as you know, Vince had just like a problem with you guys talking about the behind the scenes stuff. He goes, I
Free
do
game.
not. He goes, I do not care. Free game. He goes, the only thing I don't want you doing is.
shit.
He goes, don't do it, Adam Cole. Who this is actually why he got fired and then ended up. Well, part of the reason why he got released and went to WWE or went to AEW.
Slipped up and gave out some information.
He gave out a match finish before it happened.
Yeah.
And then it had to be rewrote and changed. So Triple H was like, whatever you do, just don't talk about anything that's booked.
I was about to say,
Like-
don't talk about shit that's
Yeah.
ongoing.
Like, don't go that behind the scenes.
You could go 3 months back, but if it's an ongoing story, don't dive into it
Yes.
and don't talk about future.
Don't
Smart.
give it up.
Yeah,
'Cause that's what Adam Cole did. And I guess
Um,
Vince was like, oh, this stupid fuck.
I love that for the
Gotta rewrite
multiple
the damn
reasons because gives fans a way to learn more and interact more with their some superstars. I'm not all of them aren't going to partake, but gives them an outlet too.
Yes, because there is
Gives you a venue too. Or
and
whatever.
Triple H even said that. He goes, you know, it's a much more he'd rather be doing that than like some other unhealthy shit. Like, I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but they'd much rather you be game and then going to the club getting drunk and getting 6 Deweys. Like,
or
you
just
know.
going to the club, getting drunk, and anything possibly happening. Like,
Or even just like you said, just simply becoming out of shape for whatever. Just
but
how
it-
Shawn
it
Michaels
gives-
got addicted to coke in '90s. Like,
It gives a healthy outlet for the fan and athlete
Yeah.
to,
Like Xavier
To-
Woods loved doing that New Day channel.
and it's a great way to interact with each other. That's a safe way. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there's like, hey, don't be going dropping F-bombs over here, like unless your character
Fits that.
and then still keep it.
Yeah, like
What-
Xavier Woods, he's kind of like the play Mario Kart, play
I'm
some shooter
hoping
games type thing.
WWE.
They have the one
did
guy who
the-
plays Madden.
I'm hoping when the contracts were negotiated for this, WWE pulled for the athletes to earn more of the keep than like Twitch is keeping, like percentages.
Oh, probably for
'Cause
sure. Because now
that's
they're
why
also like WWE now will have Twitch sponsoring Backlash,
Yes.
which is like that's major.
And like WWE doesn't need athlete profits from Twitch. They're, you know what I mean? So like when they're
Yeah.
like negotiating, they're like, oh, well, how much for WWE percentage? Like, we don't want none. They're, oh, so more for Twitch? No. Like,
We want to get you more.
yeah, give the player or athlete more, not the brand type thing.
Much deserved.
I-
Yeah, I was happy to see that partnership.
That is,
Speaking of
That's different.
speaking of Twitch sponsoring Backlash, 3 new matches have been added. We had Seth Rollins versus Omos they added, which kind of oddly seems like they added that out of the blue. Number 2, Rhea Ripley versus Selena Vega of the
Brock did not want
LWO.
that smoke with Omos again, huh?
No, it looks like well they're building Brock and Cody because Brock and Cody's at Backlash.
Well, that's what I was, because Brock interfered with
Yeah.
those matches. I was like, oh, he said, fuck this strong man. He's like, I'm not
well he
picking
beat
you
him
up.
at Mania.
Well, I know. He's like, I'm not picking your ass up again.
So he's like, well, this feud's done.
Yeah, like,
So so we do have that Brock Cody match. We got Seth Omos now. We got
Is that
Rhea
like a
Ripley versus Selena for the SmackDown Women's title. So that'll be a banger.
excuse me. Burp.
We got
Quick question.
Yeah.
The Rollins match, is that just a straight singles?
yes.
I felt like that should be like a.
To my knowledge, it's just a trade singles, and it came out of nowhere though. That's the confusing part of it. And then
I
the
feel
other
like that one
matches,
could be like a fall count anywhere, but like
I want to see
feel
them
like-
build it a little bit more
I
before
was gonna
they
say,
do
like
the
a
fall
straight
count.
singles though is like Seth is completely at a disadvantage. Man, it's twice his size, twice his weight.
Could
Oh,
make for a
Seth,
great
you're-
stomp moment.
You're faster. That's it. You're more agile.
Could
So,
make
like,
for
that's
a
what I'm
great
saying. Like,
stomp moment.
should be like a ladder match or something. Let's level.
Omos is a ladder. Just climb him.
That's what I'm saying.
Get to the top.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, can we give Seth some even playing field or not?
I don't know. Maybe that match will end up getting reworked or something because it looked like it came out of nowhere. Like Seth posted on Twitter, he was like, "Alrighty then," with that like Jim Carrey meme of like,
or
okay.
it's literally set
because
up
they just
for, like,
announced
Brock
these.
to
They just
fuck
announced
him
this
up.
3 at night. Like they just had.
It's just-
there was those 2, and then they announced for the U.S. title it'll be a triple threat match: Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed, which that has potential to be a banger. Because Bronson Reed's been targeting Bobby Lashley since his return.
So early prediction: Lashley's winning it, and then they do the Lashley verse.
You want to know something crazy? At this point, Theory wins. Theory's going to win that.
He has been.
He's going to take a pin on Bronson Reed that Bobby Lashley was able
Oh,
to
he
create.
steal. Okay,
For sure.
that makes sense.
It'll be, you stole the pin. You're a bitch.
I just.
Because that's been his thing. You know, he steals pins. He finds a cheap way to win the match. Seems to be his thing.
Lashley like spears. him
He
or something,
barely
and then-
scrapes by
yeah.
because of somebody else's interference.
But this is where like I'm cool on Theory. You got another shell? I'll roll up.
Yeah. I know you don't like Theory very much.
I
Just
don't.
grabbing a swisher.
I don't like. He got an easy road when Vince was there. Straight path to like.
And then Triple H is trying to get him over because don't get me wrong, the kid's talented.
He is, but I didn't like
The gimmick's not there. The promos
That's what I
aren't
did.
there.
Immediately
the-
didn't like the douchebag ego, cockiness when you're the youngest kid and getting a straight beeline to a spotlight. You shouldn't be this much of a douchebag with zero mic skills. Like, this ain't it, dog. That's how
Yeah.
I felt. Like, now if he would have just been like not a douchey, like kind of like quieter dude, like stayed in the shadows behind Vince, still like stole wins because that Vince is gonna get you matches.
Yeah, and like
steal
the shit
wins.
talking thing too is like he talks shit like he dominates in all the matches, but it's like, dude. And like I get it, he tries to go for like a little bit of that Miz
But it's
feel, but it's like
but Miz can talk.
Miz can fucking talk. Yes. Like Miz is great at that.
Austin's shit talking is like,
I'm better than you.
third
I look
grade
better
level.
than you.
my dad
Look
can
at
beat
my
up your dad.
Look at my body. Yeah, look at my bodybuilding level.
I'm a model. I don't give a fuck what you. I'll beat your ass. Like what? So
My fit's worth $15,000.
like Dominic, it was like that with Dominic. His talking was not there in the beginning. Now he's grown exponentially, Dominic.
He's pretty good.
But Austin has not done the same strides with his talking.
No.
So it's like you can't have someone that can't talk or the crowd knows can't talk as a champion that long.
Yeah.
Lashley doesn't need to talk, but is a great champion, and everyone normally.
Yeah, very rarely do you get away with the not talking.
But Lashley can.
And that almost is, but that becomes your thing because then you become the man of few words.
But Lashley's is like he talks when needs to. Like someone says some bullshit. What?
Like when him and Brock were going back and forth and he hit him with the Bobby who. That's
But like, and then, but Bobby will like.
Who would have thought Brock was that good at talking?
Me. That man. He was always. But when wrestlers have background in a locker room or something, you're bound to be a better talker than the average person, because you're bullshitting with the boys all day, getting joked on, and have to make jokes back.
Well, the thing with Brock is they didn't let him talk at first. It made it look like he couldn't because he was just always with Heyman. And then it was like when he finally came back and he was Cowboy Brock and he started talking, it's like, holy shit.
I think he had to learn.
Oh, yeah. At first,
he
said it on the documentary thing with him and Goldberg. He was really shy.
But he had to learn how to play both sides.
That's why him as Cowboy Brock is
when
great.
he was that young. Even now, like
even though he just turned on Cody,
he is a freak of nature, literally. The
alpha male of our planet. That's Pat McAfee.
Yeah, if there's an alien invasion, you send Brock.
Activate Bork laser mode.
That's who we send to fight the aliens. Exactly. He's a Viking.
That alien UFO is gonna be hightailing it after their first alien comes down that ramp and goes to Suplex City, right there on the ramp. Fuck, you belly to belly the alien before it could get a word out.
Oh, no, you're not running.
They might have came in peace, but we activated Bork laser.
Oh shit! Now
we'll never know.
It's all aggression. But
fuck, the UFO's flying away and Brock's on board.
So like when he was that young kid, first shy in WWE, like talking skills.
Hold on, I'm sorry, my mind. I went to like aliens, getting F5 by him, and like the first one, like I said, like just came in peace, and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on? God damn, this planet's violent."
Running back to the ship. Oh, start the ship.
It's that alien in American Dad. Roger, just start the ship. They really are as angry as they said they were. Like
So with Brock, now he's able to talk. He might talk it out with the aliens. Oh, I'm sorry, I F5'd you 17 times. My apologies. I didn't know you were.
That's hilarious.
Didn't know you came in peace. Now I know. I won't take you back to
the alien has no spine, so he's just continuously suplexing.
I won't take you back to Suplex City. I apologize. But when he was 26 or whatever, shy, couldn't talk. If you put him on a mic, it was like, I'm stronger than you. I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, it's
like,
I am Borg laser.
Right.
Uzi 9mm.
You gotta
that was Schwarzenegger.
You gotta give a little to the crowd, like, who are you?
Oh, he's like, my name's Brock Lesnar.
But like
where the voice cracks.
His just like he's like not cockiness, but like back then, like
he flipped off the Garden crowd at WrestleMania 20. That was the him and Goldberg match where neither of them wanted to be there.
He kind of is always his person. I guess maybe he hasn't not been a shy guy. Maybe he still is shy because he's always been the dude that just.
Well, his thing is he don't like people.
Well,
like he don't really like people. Like he doesn't like talking to people.
I can fully understand that, Brock.
He even said that in the Pat interview. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. He goes, I don't really like.
He
goes,
has
"That's
a
the thing,
bunch
I
of
just have,
land in
like-"
Canada.
Yeah, and he just likes chilling or Minnesota, and he just like chilling
And
with
Canada.
Sable.
He has land in Canada.
I just knew about the.
That's where he's from Minnesota. He has land in Canada though, because he had to become a resident
Yeah, they cut
to purchase more.
Paul Heyman said something where he's from. It's got a weird fucking name to it, like at least whatever residence he brought up. But he mentioned it. It has like a really weird name to it. If you said it, I know it.
Because I know it's on the tip of my brain.
Oh, Saskatchewan or something like that. But yeah, I saw that those matches were pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that Backlash card. Looking forward to the Brock Cody match. I think that'll be awesome. I'm sure that's the main event.
I just hope what I was about to say is like, Brock, I hope he doesn't do the bullshit with Cody. Like, walk in, F5 3 times, walk out.
No. I get a feeling this is going to be a good match.
But you know how, like,
especially with them
came
having
back
been to
from
Puerto
UFC,
Rico since 05, I think this will be a good match.
But when he came back from, like, UFC, how he was just, like, that cocky douche. Like, literally walk in, beat the shit out of somebody, walk out.
It was Cena, yeah.
And it wasn't even, like, fun to watch. He did it with Roman once or twice, too.
Well, the Cena match was good, but yeah, he did that with a couple matches.
Like, there's just sometimes where, like,
F5s.
He, like, just gets pissed off, and, like, you see it.
And that becomes, like, the thing.
And,
but they're not going to do it in this match.
Like,
I know they did it for him when this was sad, but I'm sure when sure Dooley remembers this one when Kofi Kingston held the belt for like 6 months, looked strong as could be, and then just at random on a Friday Night SmackDown, Brock came out, called him out, and literally beat him in like 5 seconds. And I was like, what the fuck?
And so like, and when he does that shit, when he gets pissed off one night, it forces WWE to ride that shit out for like 3 weeks though to like accommodate like the story.
Because then it's like, oh well, now we need to get security for him.
Did he just have a tantrum, or
he needs to come out with tasers ready to tase him, like that type shit.
So,
but speaking of another big man, before we pivot into the other indie wrestling world, because there's only 2 other things left for wrestling that I want to bring up. Yes, Braun Strowman and Ricochet had a tag match last night.
Ooh, that shit was probably.
Here's the only thing, though. In Braun and Ricochet's tag match last night against the Viking Raiders, there was a really nasty botch. One of those that you can't quite cover up. It just kind of happens. So the Viking Raiders, obviously,
lead to an injury, though, right?
No. Nasty botch, as in just no way to cover it up.
I knew, but I just had to make sure, like, Braun didn't.
Well,
they didn't fuck up my man's.
The 2 guys got in trouble for it because they fucked up 3 times in a row. So what happened was the Viking Raiders are now starting to become a little bit more prominent on the main roster.
But they're still amateur.
Yes, and they just got called up not too long ago. Well, I shouldn't say called up, but brought back because they were originally released, and then they got brought back, and then they had NXT for like a month, and then they brought them up to the main roster. Well, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, how this first starts is, he goes to tag in Ricochet, and the Viking Raider guy's stumbling in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
Now, what he's supposed to do is he picks up Ricochet, and he's going to launch him.
After the tag.
Yes, and he's going to launch him straight to where it's going to turn into a crossbody on the Viking Raider guy. They nailed it perfectly. The Viking Raider guy acted so woozy and stumbly that he actually fell backwards. So when he falls backwards, Ricochet just gets thrown into nothing. So when he hits the ground...
So the dude stumbling around is supposed to stay wobbly. And then
falls back. Yes.
Crossbody.
Yes, because he got too wobbly.
So
he
this man
oversold
just fell, and then Ricochet
got thrown into just the middle of the ring. Yes. So Ricochet, being the pro that he is, gets up, kind of looks back like, all right, well, you kind of just rolled out of the ring a little bit. So let me...
He didn't even stay in the ring?
That's the thing. That's what fucked it up.
Because in my head, sorry to interrupt you. In my head, I immediately think, like, in air, if Ricochet sees him, like, he's supposed to be standing, now he's not. I could do a people's elbow, like something, if I'm able to reach him, or I land and try to like do a stop.
Where it almost turned into an injury, which is when like after this you could tell that Braun called something in the ring and it just ended. So Ricochet, because Braun's now at this point on the apron where he's looking like, what the fuck's going on here? The one Viking Raider's just kind of like getting ready to get back up on the turnbuckle. He's been out of action for a minute.
I'm not woozy anymore.
So he's just getting back on the turnbuckle. But then the other guy rolls out to the ring as Ricochet's like getting up and looking at him. So he like kind of runs slow for a second. But then when he hits the rope and he goes to run to him, the Viking Raider guy, once again, he's standing up. So Ricochet's like, all right, maybe he just forgot. I'm going to go run. So when he rolled out of the ring, he got right on his feet.
So he rolls out to and
looks like he's going to kind of walk and mosey over towards the announcer table a little bit.
So he's like over here.
but he's looking at Ricochet.
So
So he knows that Ricochet's coming.
So Ricochet bounces off, goes here, and then dives through.
Yes. And then he goes to run, and when he launches over the rope, this dude moves out of the way. Like, he's looking up at him, and Ricochet goes to move. This guy's just kind of like, and goes to the side, and Ricochet had to literally stop like this and catch himself on the announcer table. And he looked at him. He mouthed something. I couldn't make it out, but he looked at him like, dude, what are you doing? Like, he had to literally like just stop on the dime and catch it like that. And then that's when like they kind of had like a little fight outside the ring. He threw him in the ring. That Viking Raider tagged in the other Viking Raider. Ricochet then knocked him down to the dropkick thing, tagged in Braun. Braun did the thing where he got up on his shoulders and he
get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
but I hope Ricochet mouthed to him when you couldn't make it out. And Vince McMahon's like, "You're fired."
He goes, "Boy, Triple's gonna be pissed now."
He could have said so many things. I'm thinking, "You fucked up
3 times in a row."
Or that's what I'm saying. Like, how many botches? Or you literally said 3 botches in a row, bro.
3 in a row.
And then he could have mouthed that to him, or he's like, "You're fucking up," or get your head in the game. Like,
when he got to the back, I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H was like, "Yeah,
but so
don't know about you being on TV for a little bit."
So quick report on what I don't know the correct word. Diagnosis.
Diagnosis.
Quick analyzation of that is I feel like the Viking people, they have the abilities.
If you remember this tag team, I'll be impressed. But they're kind of almost the same gimmick and look. Besides the Viking part,
I've seen them. But what I'm saying is like when they got bumped down to NXT, they obviously performed well to get called back up.
Yeah,
but it's like they have to have a chip on their shoulder to perform well. So once they got back up to the main roster, like, oh, okay, we're cool. So they're not giving it their all again. So now their head's not in the game. They're botching. Like they forget the moments.
I mean, like you said, luckily Ricochet is good, or he caught himself on the table, but he's looking at him like, dude, what are you doing?
Are you scared of?
You knew I was coming, like.
So then it's like, are you scared to take this hit? No, you've taken plenty.
If it's that, you already know Triple H. If he got a vibe of like, oh, you got scared in the moment, like, oh,
he did. He moved out like
straight moved out of the way.
Crossbody twice. It's like, are you scared to take a hit? Are you actually hurt so you don't want to get hit? Like, what's going on here? 3, like,
yeah, that would be a different story of like if he was able to mouth like, hey, dude,
are you just a bitch? Like, are you just a bitch? Like,
yeah, like you said, that'd be a different story though when they're on the outside. But he's like,
I think I have a broken rib or something. Or like yeah, or he's like,
oh,
I got something fucked up. Like, I
head.
couldn't take a cross. Like,
yeah, like
then it's like okay, but like, you literally look like a bitch.
Yeah, the move out of the way was like, and it's cool too because to point out, I'll end up showing you this too. Braun Strowman's face when he does the dip out of the way, the camera's facing it where you see Braun in the back, and you actually see Braun go. Like,
what?
Oh,
yeah. Just the.
What is up with homeboy over here, buddy?
Literally, like, is he scared?
Like he really just moved out of the way. Like, oh shit!
Did he forget what he gets paid to do?
And then, like I said too, it looked like Ricochet just went over in the corner and was like, "All right, we're going home."
Yeah, that's probably what he mouthed to him outside. Is like, "We're ending this fast now. Like, you're losing."
We were supposed to go another 5 minutes, but not thanks to you. We're
going
because it looks like you forgot the whole thing.
And like, I don't trust you anymore with my body.
Like, and like Randy Orton said, like it happens, but you got to be way more professional about it. Like he said, one time only. I forget who he said he was in the ring with. He was in the ring with Big Show, and they were having a pay-per-view match. It was on a Night of Champions, and he said that he just looked over at Big Show about 3 minutes into the match.
I'm not built for this.
No, he said, he goes, "You're gonna kill me." He said, "I forgot." He said, "I know I win, but how?"
Right.
He said, "Just let's go for like 10 minutes and just RKO me."
Yeah, you'll get it.
I was like, "All right." And he said they just kind of improv'd it for like 10 minutes, and when he got to the back, Vince was like, "Oh, I noticed you guys didn't do the choke or like the specific move that was supposed to happen." And Big Show goes, "Hey, you got to answer for that one, buddy." Mm-hmm. And Randy literally told me, "Goes, Vince,
I saved your ass out there. I'm not saving your ass here."
He said, shit." And Randy's like, I forgot it. And he said that him and Vince were actually able to have a laugh about it because Vince was like, man, how the hell in the last 15 years you've never done that to me, and you go out tonight of all nights, and you just blanked.
And like,
and
and he could have been dealing with shit, family shit. You know what I mean? That one night. That's why.
he thought he was paying attention, but it just went one ear and out the other. And when he got in the ring,
but
he's
he
like,
still-
"Fuck, I
he
forgot how
still-
this goes."
He still put on a good show and performance to where
It didn't look like we didn't know that
This
happened
man-
until afterwards.
this man didn't take a clothesline
And
then-
fall, like,
and fall
yeah.
and then roll out of the ring. But I forgot.
yeah.
Like he didn't like go to run around the ring like Big Show staring at him. But what the fuck? Slide back in, get into a lock. But I forgot. No, he did it subtly, early, and was able to do it to where Big Show carried him through home. But like I said, with Vince, all right, I saved your ass in front of everybody, and I saved the show.
But
you gotta-
you gotta own why we didn't do that choke slam.
Yeah, now it's the truth must be told. Like, so, boss, I fucking forgot. Hey,
owned it.
you've
And
never done it before.
nobody could have known until after.
That's what I mean. Is like,
until it came out in the Randy Orton documentary where he was like, because they said like, oh, you've had a perfect career, and he goes, actually, he goes, there was one night, he goes, or I forgot, and then
'Cause
he
Big Show
goes
could've,
into it.
Big Show could have been just like, oh, it didn't feel right, and washed away over Vince's head. But he knew Randy's a true professional. Like,
Like, he'll own that.
own this. He's not gonna be mad. You just got take it on the chest. It's the one time you forgot in 10 years. Like, shit
When you have
shit
30,
happens.
40-minute matches, like, we
Shit
know you
happens.
don't forget shit.
You've had some concussions. Like,
Yeah.
so like, it wasn't like it's his second match ever in the WWE, and Big Show's like, well, tell the boss you fucked up, dog. Now you're fired. Like, it's not that case. Like,
But yeah, so that was a crazy botch. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, moving to Japan full time, learning Japanese. She signed a New Japan deal.
Go get that
Biggest
money.
New Japan deal ever signed. I don't know what the translation to U.S. dollars is, but looks like she's making a lot of Zen.
Good for her.
See, and then another.
Kind of sad to not see her in WWE, but like, don't know what happened between them shits.
It doesn't seem like a bad blood thing anymore. It seems
Do you
like
think they
Sasha
got
wanted to do something else.
I feel that.
And she actually really does, I guess, appreciate, and well, why wouldn't anybody appreciate? But she appreciates
Right.
and loves Japanese culture. So I know that she does like being over there. And I actually I know this one too. So she only signed a 3-match deal to New Japan and moved there temporarily. However,
Originally-
though, over the course of that, she
Right.
said, feeling it out, she fell more and more in love with it every day.
it became
that-
more like a home.
Yes, and that's what made her to where they were like, oh, like we have to keep going back and forth between here and the States. She's like, well, why don't we just stay here?
Right. It's cheaper. Let's do it. I don't know.
The whole
actually.
family seems to
But-
like it.
So,
They accommodate her very well.
do you think WWE didn't take kindly to? Because she was a newer athlete.
I'm gonna be honest. I
Do you
think a
think
conversation.
she-
If I were to guess here, I'd say a conversation was had, and it
No.
had nothing to do with money. I think
Not that,
Sasha
no,
just
no.
didn't want to come back.
Do you think they didn't take kindly when she left to go shoot Mandalorian?
No.
Originally, because like,
If anything, I think they'd want that
yes,
more Hollywood.
yes, but what? I'm not saying she's cocky douchebag. That's her person. That like character. Like, you gotta be confident, cocky. Like, I understand when people confuse confidence with cockiness because people did it my whole life. Like,
I mean, it walks a thin line whenever you do.
but with WWE, it was probably like her second real year there. When she left to go shoot a TV,
about
so it's like
about 4. About 4.
okay,
2016 to 2020.
when was her like blow up? 2016.
About
Okay,
2016.
okay.
Well, about 2017 actually on the blow up.
Okay, so
She
her
blew up fairly
prime
fast.
during her
Feel free to check me on that.
during her prime though, like becoming household name. She was absent from her WWE career to shoot Hollywood,
She actually was not out as much as you would think.
but she also wasn't behind the scenes helping or whenever you're taken away,
Like
to do a movie,
2020, it was really honestly her and Bailey that carried us through the Thunderdome. Era.
I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying from business. And
But
how
she did
higher
have a
ups
lot of
look at
those
it.
moments where, say, like, I see what you mean. Like, she'd have like a 5 to 6 month run, and then about 3 to 4 months be gone because it would be like, oh, she got her chair and but she got her neck in between the chair and somebody stomped it, like that type of shit. And then we'll see her run out like 4 months later after something was shot after she healed her injury.
I'm thinking higher level ups
Oh, I'm out of my
is
mind.
like they're thinking we can't tell her no. A, she's a huge name. She deserves to go do that. She's her own person. Go shoot movies. But at the same
really
time,
don't-
how we run our ship as a WWE, like how we've ran our shit, we could have boomed her in our industry more and got more views with her here.
If
rather
anything,
rather than her in Mandalorian, which that's her life. I'm not mad at it, but we could have made her
got the SummerSlam cut.
rather than having her get her head in a chair and gone for 6 months. We could have had her in a dope ass feud with the belt. So like, it was like a higher ups like saying like, if she's already willing to leave her obligations for WWE now,
if anything, they were more
bigger,
pissed when she just walked out. When she walked out of Raw last year, when her and Naomi were the tag champs.
Well, and I think that's because behind the scenes, like people were like, if we're
Well,
going
that
to give
was
you
the
this,
booking. That one was the booking. That one was already confirmed. That was they didn't like how they were being booked that night because they had to face each other in this like fatal 4-way.
okay,
But that was also like Sasha though was already to go to your point. Sasha already said that she had like built up grievances or however that you want to word it, like built up anger that was happening. Yes, yeah, built up tension that was starting to bubble up.
The higher up people like that deal with the money that have to watch every cent are thinking if she, not saying this is true, but if she thinks she's better than WWE or bigger than us now, to like a Mandalorian cast. So if she starts to think
that Disney money,
exactly, then okay, now her next contract, what is she going to demand next? What is she going to want next? Demand this. But how we run our ship, like, girl, we boomed you. I'm not mad that you're still booming, but I'm not gonna.
It does seem like she likes to call her own shots.
That's what I'm getting at. Is like, I'm not gonna fucking.
Happy to see her, move there full time. Though I do think New Japan's a good home for her right now.
Me too.
Happy to excited to hopefully one day see her maybe back in the WWE.
I think there's too much bad blood.
But speaking of returns, in June at the United Center, it looks like June 17th it's going to happen actually. CM Punk will return. That seems to be the confirmation. Seems to be not a confirmed rumor, but it seems to be the rumor that's going to be hot on the press.
I hope he returns in a good way. Like, and I mean that as in healthy and like professional. All the shit that's happened between, like, cool. Now you see the grass isn't always greener. So now suck it up and be an athlete again. Like, Browns fans, we suffered 20 years for losses.
I think that's the thing with CM Punk too, is like right now they're kind of like, that seems to be the thing with him. Like,
we're trying to
we need to bring him back. We got that pay-per-view coming up. We're trying to sell tickets.
And the pitch to him is like, let us help you bring back your name.
And
reestablish it.
And try to get away from all that bad publicity of the infamous all-out media scrum last year.
Let us help you clean your reputation. Like, bring in a better light. You know what I mean?
Because it was great, and then it took that dip.
It was, and then he went to UFC and
then he came back to pro wrestling and it went up again.
That's cockiness.
And then it went back to the fucking media scrum, and it went.
When you're number one WWE athlete, and then think you can go into a mixed martial arts and just dominate.
It seems like he lets his ego get the best of him, and that's coming from I'm a big CM Punk fan, but he seems like he lets the ego get the best of him.
He confuses his confidence with. He has the utmost confidence in himself, but it's also like naive.
He seems ego driven to me at times. Like that media scrum was bad.
I'm confident I could
That
put together 3 good verses. I'm
that
not confident I could beat you in 3 good verses or do it quicker than you. You see what I'm saying?
fair enough.
I'm-
Yeah, like
I'm
it
not-
you don't want to misplace your confidence to where then it's turned into a false confidence and it's like
I'm the WWE champion, win ladder matches every week. Bet CM Punk. Bet. I fuck up everybody. I'm gonna go to UFC 145 weight class. I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out. They throw real punches, dog. He will choke you the fuck
we'll
out.
see. I'm
for
talking
real.
too. Like
But when he's choking you, he's
his thing though too is like he didn't have the background. That's why I was like really confused. Like when Brock went to the UFC, it was like okay, he's got the wrestling background. When Bobby Lashley went to Bellator, okay, wrestling background.
or
Matt Riddle, UFC, Bellator, jiu-jitsu background. CM Punk,
not-
you're an indie wrestler. And like you said, it's like I'd be saying the same thing about okay. In fact, I have said the
Okay,
same
but
thing when Cain
those-
Vasquez came to
but those
WWE.
first 3 people you named, Bobby, Brock, who's the third,
Riddle.
compared to CM Punk off screen, like just from watching, out of those 4, the worst work ethic outside and like the person with the least self motivation and drive is CM Punk. So even if Bobby had no wrestling experience, give him a year of training, he could do something in MMA. Like still show.
I mean, look at the Paul brothers. I hate to fucking say it, but it's like
if you actually
Logan came in off the street and he's doing 5-star matches in the WWE. Like that shit's crazy.
if you actually have the drive and want. CM Punk was just out there like I'm the best. I'm the best. Like you still gotta prove it and earn it.
It's true.
It's like respect. Like 85,
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Like-
dun, dun, dun.
like, yeah, if I see an 85-year-old man, like I'm gonna be polite, but as soon as he said, well, "Fuck you, youngin," like fuck you, old
Sweet
ass.
chin.
Like fuck
But-
you, old ass. Like respect isn't.
Choke slam him to hell.
Like I'm not gonna.
But
someone doesn't get my respect just because.
yeah, I'm excited to see though where the Punk return leads if it happens. I
I
got to
hope it
see this
does.
one to believe.
I hope it does, and I hope
I hope so too. I just want to see what they do with it. Because if so, he's got to basically be on his best behavior for a minute.
or not, but no, be professional. We could give you all these fucked up matches so you
Yes.
could be wild, but be professional in how we want it.
And
Like-
stay away from the Young Bucks.
Right.
Because him and Matt Jackson hate each other. But
So dope.
excited to
All-out
see where that
brawl,
goes
all-out
though.
brawl match or no rules. Fuck it. ECW. Where's my bat?
After that media scrum, I think it's best if you don't even. I think, like you said, just try to get him back and try to get the legacy back to where it's supposed to be. You don't want to have him tangled up in that because that'll forever be a thing, no matter what at this point.
Oh yeah.
But we got music, movies left. What you got?
Let's not got music.
We'll do music first. All right, then we'll end on movies. Well, there's actually not too much for movies, so that kind of works out pretty well. For music, again, happy Record Store Day.
Shout out.
Happy I got that 10th anniversary of Macadelic. Let me know what other pieces you guys got or just any records that you guys would like to share with me that you hold dear to your collection. But new music reviews, as always. I saw that it wasn't too crazy of a week, but there were still some big drops that came out, some shit that I thought was really, really good. I guess we'll start right here. Weekend drop featuring Future, Double Fantasy single.
Huh. I have not. I'm gonna be honest. This week I have not listened to much new music. I listened to.
You didn't miss too much.
I went back to like stuff I haven't heard in a while. Like
Oh, yeah.
listened to J. Cole's KOD.
All right.
Jack Harlow's Come Home.
Banger
Again.
album.
Her Loss.
That's my most listened to album this year.
Forest Hills Drive again.
Saw that in there.
Snowfall again. Young Jeezy. Lou Bega. Big on my Lou Bega.
Lou Bega. I think I got to get a little bit more hit.
A little bit of Mambo, his album.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
So just like old like not jazz, but like
Oh, yeah.
Mambo.
Feel good shit.
Yeah, just energetic shit. But I thought I
Yeah,
saw one
that
shit
new
though.
the new Weekend Double Fantasy featuring Future. Not one of my favorite Future features, and I love Future, But overall, I thought it was a good record. It was a good song.
I think I did listen to T Grizzly and Skillet Baby's new song.
I did not hear that one. What did you think of that? The new T.
I forget. I can't give an actual. I know I listened to it, but it was Thursday, 420.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
This was with me all day.
Yeah, with Double Fantasy. I don't know if I necessarily recommend this one to you. I'm a big Weeknd fan, big Future fan.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead, check it out. Let me know what you guys think. But that one didn't jump out too much to me.
Did your expectations hinder?
To be honest, I didn't really get to expect much. It was
That's
just
fair.
announced
I was just throwing it out there.
But like
For when
before
you
I
see
clicked
the
on
names.
it, yeah, I wasn't quite sure if we were getting another Low Life or what we were getting, but it was solid.
Did you see Moneybagg Yo's drop?
Motion God, I
Yeah.
have that in my library. I like that. That was good.
Well, Jay-Z and Gil Scott-Heron.
That is a
I don't know what it is.
reworked version of the Empire State of Mind, but I do have that. I fucked with that.
I'm just going down my list right here of what dropped recent.
I'm just looking at singles right now. Ed Sheeran dropped Boat.
Yes.
Another single on his album. I thought that was pretty good. That was better than the first single.
Was Vic who opened up? Vic Mensa opened up for Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he actually had a song come out with
Swish.
Chance this week.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
G-Eazy.
I actually haven't checked that out yet.
Me either. And no disrespect. One of the worst opening performances I've seen.
Yeah, that was rough.
That
was rough. Vic Mensa's rough.
That opening show.
And I've liked Vic Mensa.
That's what I'm saying. But that time, he could have done great the rest of the tour.
We don't know what happened.
But at Cleveland,
something went wrong.
That man took something or
something occurred.
Something.
I saw one of my favorite drops of the weekend. Belly dropped a single, American Nightmare.
Who?
Belly. He signed. Well, I don't know if he signed to EXO, but I know that he writes a lot, like with the Weeknd and
what EXO is.
Weeknd's thing.
Okay, I did.
But he's a great writer.
Do you know if you're shortening OVO EXO? Like,
oh no, that split happened.
Exactly. Yeah,
unfortunately.
That's what I was like.
But yeah, no, American Nightmare though, and that's the first single off of his Mumble Rap. It's gonna be Mumble Rap 2. Mumble Rap 1 was a great album. Yeah.
So is he a mumble? I'm not hip to Belly.
No, this all started from somebody. He like kind of goes over beats that sound like they would go for something. I guess you could put under that, but he uses it on a positive note.
He was smart and capitalized on it when it.
Yeah.
The first album probably dropped when those
it was
artists
like
were
became
coming
like
out.
A thing. Yeah. And like he's one of those that he don't step out too much. He's not going to be Mr. Boomin'. But like for example, when I saw Justin like live at the Roxino, he actually came out to a Belly song that was off Mumble Rap 1. Oddly enough.
That's kind of.
So that was dope.
That's dope.
He came out to Bobby Brown actually.
That's dope. Like that you experienced it because you know Belly and know it's like.
I had to be the only guy in that.
That's
crowd
what I was
when
about to say.
He played Bobby Brown because
one of
when he came out to the beat, I'm like,
did
he just play Belly? And when I tweeted after the show, I was like, really loved the Justin Nick performance tonight. And did I catch you playing Bobby Brown by Belly? And he quoted and he said, "You got a good ear." I said, "Hell yeah,
that's awesome."
I was like, "All right."
Like, probably guessing, just putting a random 5,000 people at this show. Literally, probably 5 knew of that song.
And then you have to know who it is.
But then, out of those 5 that knew the song, 2 were able to recognize it
and know who did it.
Yes, with just the snippet that it was.
And
heard.
one of them had it in their music library.
Yeah. But like those instances are great because it's like, hell yeah, this underground dude.
Yeah. And then Justin like probably saw that tweet after the show and was like, "Wow, nobody catches that."
Like, how do you know about that?
Like, wow, this is such a niche.
He literally responded because he's like, "Oh my god, someone else knows Belly.
Somebody else knows him."
He's like, "Holy shit!"
And
I thought I was alone.
That's how people love each other right away. The other 3 things that I saw, these are just albums. I did not listen to the whole thing yet, but I saw YoungBoy dropped a 33-track album. I think it goes for like an hour and a half.
Is that different than the one he?
Yeah, he just dropped this yesterday.
God, hey, shout out him though.
You want God?
But like, no, because he's independent. So shout out him.
And he's breaking records.
And because he's doing not what everyone should, but he's doing it differently than everybody has. He's literally, instead of saving 4,000 songs until he passes away, Like here's 33. He's like Gucci right now. Gucci
Yeah,
just
just
sends
sending
out
shit.
a bunch of shit. Just he had a mixtape
And YoungBoy kills it on sales. It's crazy.
and streams and
Yep.
YouTube play, like kills it. I mean, might not be your cup of tea, but you
You gotta acknowledge
you,
him.
you
Type
gotta
shit.
respect it. Like, and then it's like, what else? Fucking.
He had a couple features on there too that I was pretty impressed with. I saw he had Post Malone. I checked out that one. That one was pretty good. He has Wayne again. That one was pretty good.
And it's like,
Then I think he had Nicki Minaj on one too.
does he have like other artists under him that he like spotlight like puts on?
That one I don't know.
Because I know he's into like.
Yeah, that one I don't know. I feel like I want to say yes. I've seen something somewhere, but
What I
I'm
was
not
getting
100%
at is
sure.
like, I get like 5 years time, if he still moves how he is, doesn't go bankrupt. I'm sure he's gonna be like a Gucci, make his own little label, not little, but put people on that he wants to spotlight, and then how Gucci puts out like 30 songs on that bullshit album, but like he has 5 singles on it, then everything else is a feature of one of the up and coming artists. So
And
like,
crazy enough, YoungBoy's at the point where like he's starting to kind of look like that. I forget what the album was called. It was like The Devil Knows I'm Reloaded or something like that.
he's starting to become a music mogul.
Yeah.
Like,
and that album really cemented it. Like I'll never forget the first time I heard that Through the Storm song. I was like,
and like,
okay, who's this kid? I was like, this is pretty fucking
and I
good.
chose those words appropriately. I didn't say
That new album though, I don't know. I think he's kind of putting stuff out at a rapid rate for me right now because again, I know at the end of the day,
but what did Wayne
as
say?
my good brother Doom knows, I always love using this phrase. I know at the end of the day that I'm not the YoungBoy demo, but I have became a great YoungBoy fan over the years. I do fuck
him putting the shit
just
out.
a lot of the new shit I haven't been too keen on.
He's flooding the streets.
I fuck with that one
He's
a lot.
flooding us with his shit. Like,
and why not? I mean, look
that's
at
what
his
I mean.
records.
He's like-
I mean, he's literally shattering streaming records everywhere.
I just go think of the interview Lil Wayne did with that one reporter where she's like, "Oh, how many are in your vault? Like 300? 300? Huh?
I'll pour up just a little bit more.
And he was like 300. Like, that could be a weekend. Like he could put like if you're in a studio session like Lil Wayne, probably getting 10 actual. You're making 30 songs a night. You're getting 10 actual ones you want to say for your catalog. 20 of them are just but 10
a lot of it's just
10 a night good actual songs.
Especially at the Wayne pace where he just fucking goes nuts.
Exactly. So like
You
over
be going nutty.
1 year.
Nutty with the bars, that's a payday.
Over if you do it over just 1 year, Wayne, you're getting 30,000 songs. That's lowballing it because 36 and a half would be the actual number.
Oh shit, that's a lot.
So 30,000, what's putting out 33 once a month?
That really has, it feels like how he's been dropping too. It's like once a month.
But if you're making 50 songs a month, you're still saving 20. So like that's where I'm getting at is like he's still holding on to shit, but
and then it just kind of floats into the next shit too.
But he's also giving his fans new shit, like, and not just hoarding because he is independent. He doesn't have to wait for a drop day and then hold on to an album to get out of this contract.
That's true.
He's just here, take it. Go get my streams for me. Thank you. Go listen.
But yeah, no, I got to check out the rest of it. But so far from what I've heard,
I'll say this
on and off. I mean, I enjoyed a couple
all the way through. I might, and I might not. Even
I'll end up giving it a shot on Monday.
I might not listen to every 33 songs in my lifetime. I'll listen to some, but like 33 straight, bro. I don't got
hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, that's it.
I mean, I got it broken up to where like I got about.
I was expecting it to be like 2 hours.
Let's see. I want to say the one that I really like a lot on it. My standout is War, and I made it. Okay, that's track 21. I probably got like 10 left because I think I made it to like 2 after that.
Well, I'm saying straight through.
The only one I saved so far was War.
I'll never listen to 33 straight through album.
It depends on what it is. I could do that easily, but just depends on what it is and what am I doing. Like for example, like I didn't get around to it on Friday.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like
now realistically, I won't probably be able to get around to the rest of that YoungBoy until like Monday.
That's what I'm saying.
Which I'm fine with that.
Unless I'm at work.
Because then if I catch something too, I always look at it this way. If I catch something later on, like how I did that a couple weeks back, where I was like, "Oh, I heard the Child album, but I haven't heard. Oh, I saw it drop, but I haven't heard it yet." Then I came back next week and I was like, hold the fuck up.
Right.
I was like, I listened to that in Masego the last week and I was missing something.
But like 33 songs. Unless I'm on a road trip.
That's a lot.
I'm not going straight down 33.
Well, you're going to be happy to know about this one. That's 33 songs. One of my must listen to drops of the weekend that I highly, highly recommend. Swizz Beatz dropped Hip Hop 50th Anniversary Volume 2 EP, where now it looks like he's doing like celebrating 50 years of hip hop. The samples that he got, fucking nuts. These 6 tracks with the features are absolutely crazy. My favorite one on it is actually number 1, Runaway with Nas. Fucking love that joint. And I actually just heard that today when I went out shopping, when I went to the record store.
Question on how many albums or songs are on the, is it just those?
Yeah, just these.
I didn't know if these were ones.
Yeah, no, I actually went one by one, but yeah, these were, it was a 6-track EP.
So Runaway, obviously that's
that one's when we close on the pod,
song,
I gotta show you that one.
So are these like Lil Wayne's No Ceilings? Like these are all originals. Okay.
Originals, but samples of some old shit. Like that's why he said some hip hop 50th anniversary. Like
so
I think the one that he put out before it was Say Less with Dirk and Boogie.
With just the title Runaway, I think of the Jay-Z.
I think they sampled Lil Kim on Say Less. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I saw. That was the sample for Say Less.
So do the beats kind of match the sample?
No, like on Runaway, I'm not sure what they sampled in my head because I know they pitched it high, but the sample that they used for Runaway,
basically what I was getting at is like instead of getting all the legal matters cleared for doing
Cheers everybody,
what Lil Wayne did on No Ceilings, like
yeah, no, definitely wasn't that.
But I didn't know if like instead of they kind of wanted to do that, was like if Swizz wanted to do it and then kind of mix the song a little bit, but nobody.
Oh no, I think that original production he had on it. I think this is him stepping out like how Alchemist has been doing and shit.
Yes, agree. I agree. I think it started from an idea though of like
trying to go to the No Ceilings route.
I want to show love to everybody, but then realize like this takes a lot of fucking money and effort to clear all this. So let me just get the samples I like and wanted to use, and then I'll make my own beats because I'm Swizz that match or kind of fit the tone.
But, I mean, to my knowledge, I'm trying to.
Obviously, I'm just speculating
because I only heard it twice through so far, but that's an interesting take. I'll have to keep an ear out for when I'm listening to it
to see if it kind of like.
But as far as I also have to have a list in front of me on what these samples officially were too, because I only saw the one. But Runaway with Nas though, banger. This shit right here with Lil Wayne, absolute fucking gem.
Seen Lil Wayne.
Actually, this shit right here is my second favorite on there. Take 'Em Out with Jadakiss, banger. Say Less with Dirk and Boogie. Now that one is actually the single for it, but I'm not too keen on that one. I'm just not a big Boogie guy.
I was about to say,
but I like Dirk.
I was gonna say,
but Jay Electronica at the end though does have probably the best verse on the whole EP on Collas, which is fucking amazing.
Well, oh shit, oh damn.
And then
try to crack my back and it didn't.
So definitely say highly recommend. Highly capitalize HIGH.
It's only 6 songs.
Highly recommend checking out Swizz. And like you said, only 6 songs. Let's see, how long is it again? 6 songs.
Probably like 34.
16 minutes. So nothing too bad. The last thing that I wanted to mention is not a new release technically, but it is finally on streaming services after all this time. So we're happy to see this Odd Future alumni member, Odd Future Forever, Odd Future OFWG KTA, 7 letters long, be back into the game. And he dropped a new single, and he dropped re-released with a new cover, No Idols, which was Damo Genesis, the great Damo Genesis with The Alchemist. So the old project, and almost all of the same samples are on there. They just couldn't use the cover art because that was used off the internet at the time. But I actually like the new cover art more.
Fair.
And they couldn't use the sample on Fuck Everybody Else. Which, honestly, it feels like I can't even, like, I don't even remember it.
Like, come on.
And he dropped a new single that I just wanted to mention real quick called Shadow Boxing that I highly recommend to check out. But No Idols, though, Damo Genesis and The Alchemist, highly recommend. You got Elimination Chamber with Vince Staples, Earl Sweatshirt,
How
You got
many,
an Action Bronson feature,
How many total?
12 songs, 36 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You get an old Tyler verse on No Idols. You get another Earl
Okay.
Sweatshirt verse on Game Breaker.
And
Just an absolute great
These are
project. If you
all-
haven't heard it, definitely
these are all
recommend
like
it.
rejuvenation,
Yes.
like tracks.
That was put on SoundCloud, and then
Oh,
Damo
shit.
Genesis SoundCloud got hacked like a couple months ago.
Damn.
And that's when he said, hey, you know, I've been a little lazy with this. Let me work on getting all my old shit on streaming, starting with No Idols, because that one had like literally like over 15 million streams on like the
He
Elimination
said
Chamber song.
he covered that very
When
well.
I saw Damo Genesis live, he actually performed a couple records off No Idols.
I respect him for saying I've been lazy with it and taking accountability.
And then now it's like, fuck, now I
But
got to do it.
in reality, that man was probably the most depressed he's ever been, and covered it up with I was lazy. That's on me. When in reality, like he lost,
all
everything,
those streams.
like-
Yeah, like,
and he was just like, "Yeah, my fault. I was lazy with getting it back." Like, nah, bro, take your time. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like,
when he went to go sign on and saw like 15, 20 million streams on one song, just shot.
and then tries to go log in and says, "Your password is not
the change. Yeah.
that is not the right password. What the fuck you mean?"
Oh, I'm sure there was a
Bruh.
rage moment in the privacy of his own home.
Bruh, that had that happen to me like a couple months ago.
But yeah, some great new music came out
Shit got
and
hot.
re-released. So if you haven't heard any of those, we recommend go check it
The
out.
rejuvenation.
Don't know if you saw this. Afro Man's running for president in 2024. I don't know if he's going to
That's-
end up seeing it through, but I did see that he's going for it.
Did you see it was like, I don't know how long ago. It's old now. His house got swatted or whatever, raided. And he like made a music video using his home security footage of the cops like looking like dumbasses kind of.
Oh, I think I did see that.
And then like the 4 police officers like tried to sue him for
I
the
think
music,
I did see
for the
that
music
actually, as a
video.
matter of fact.
And he's like, "What the fuck you mean? It's my own home security footage. What do you mean I can't use it? Like,
no, you can't.
you're just mad because you were stupid." And like,
and realize like now I just made you look
and
like
yeah,
a fool.
now I'm putting you on blast even more.
Krispy Kreme dreams, my homies, they want to kill 12. That's I had to use that bar, even though I lost last week. Did want to mention, I know we talked about it just a little bit before the pod. No more Frank Ocean Coachella week 2. He dropped out after the bad reviews. He dropped out after the backlash on it, which I don't think he really wanted to be there in the first place. But
No, I bet he did.
I just think the bag was right.
I think he did be there and like make a spotlight again and splash, but then realize after the booing and shit is like,
the album's on the way, just not yet. Boo!
okay, well, fuck y'all.
Get this fucker off the stage!
And then it's like, fuck you guys. I don't need you guys. Like, people's own expectations hindered their own experience. Like, we talked in depth more before we pod, but like, when you go, I'm going to see this Frank Ocean set at Coachella. Me personally, if I was going, like, someone's like, hey, tag along with me. But what do you think he's going to play? If it's 7 songs, let's just say, probably 5 unreleased shit or new, and then like 2 songs that like he knows the crowd will vibe with. 1 to start it, get the vibe, the new, and then end it on a good note or something.
Yeah.
But people like expecting him to pull out Drake or Adele, like I don't fucking know, Justin Bieber, like people expect.
I mean, they got Tyler. I think that,
But-
yeah, they did get Tyler.
people expecting anything is like, it's just like people setting themselves up for like disappointment. Like, oh, he'll play his whole Blonde album. No, like you don't know what the fuck he gonna do. Like,
I mean, he did different renditions of the songs, which was just kind of like, oh man, like that one threw me. That one,
but this set
through me.
it's
the
not like-
album thing though.
but it's not like his tour concert set. This is just a Coachella.
No, I don't
splash.
think we're ever gonna get a Frank Ocean.
But that's
tour.
what I mean is like if I was going to his tour, a concert, and then I'm expecting, all right, probably like these ones off of Blonde, this one off of Orange, then some mixed in here, there, and then if I just got him sitting in a chair doing his vocals, yeah, I'd be upset. But if I go to Coachella for his half-hour, 40-minute set, when he's just showing up, like I don't know what he's gonna fucking do. He could pull out a mini swimming pool and like
I don't know.
have a mermaid in
My,
that
my
bitch.
thing with the Frank Ocean is like my whole take that I just wanted to share on it is I think two things now, and I'm okay with both of them. That's the thing, because I really do. I love Frank Ocean. One, I don't think he's a performer. I just don't.
He's an artist.
Yes,
He's not an
very
entertainer.
much so.
He's not an entertainer. I agree.
No, yeah,
yes.
he's not that.
He's an artist though.
I'm also I get it that like he wants to do the I don't show my face that much, like do the mystique again. Cool, not hating on it. But this whole thing with like when he said, "Oh, the album's coming, just not yet," and it's like, "Hey, I feel you on that too." Not even necessarily saying you have to drop, but like I'm just saying I'm at the point where
But I think
I'm over it. Like if he came out tomorrow and said, "I'm never dropping another song again," I'd be like, "Okay."
But you would also go back and listen to Blonde and Orange.
Yeah, I'd never stop. But I would be. I'm at the point. Where I'm okay with getting excited for the Frank announcement. I'm just over it.
Agree completely with that.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't,
but also like people,
cool
people, once again, their own like thoughts or like deception of what should happen, how it should happen, hinder them. Because like Frank's like, hey, I'm not trying to put you on the dark for 6 years again, and then drop out of the blue. It's coming, but it's not finished. So within the next year, probably, is what he said. Rather than being like 7 years gone by, boom, album. And we're all like, what the fuck? No warning, no nothing. So now it's like, I'm trying to be more like, not informational, but like, not just in the dark about shit. Like, hey, album's almost done, but
there for a minute we were
not
starting
yet.
to get a singles run where it was like
And
you
that's
got
when I
Chanel and you got like some features.
we could go back and pull
Yeah,
it up.
that-
I literally said, I think we're getting a Frank Ocean album soon. If he's dropping a single, he's leading up to it. But he's an artist, so he won't release anything till it's perfect to him.
And I get that. I can't hate on him for it.
So that's where like people expecting him to be.
I also think he might want to be careful with it too, because you know we live in that internet days where he's going to get trash bins at 12:01 a.m.
No,
You know what I
not
mean?
his security gonna stop all that.
Oh no, they're
Which I'm saying,
you can't avoid the trash bin. You can nobody's above the trash bin. Nobody.
someone that doesn't care about what.
No. What I mean, they might not care, but
No,
I'm
what
just saying
is,
that like
Frank, like he's not doing his second week. He said, "Fuck you guys." Like I didn't need to do this. I was trying to do something for everybody. If y'all don't like me, cool, I'm gone. So like, cool, throw my shit in the trash.
yeah,
I don't care what you do with my art. It was my art.
I
and
think
put it out in
really the
world.
other thing too with Frank that I want to mention is just I really, if I could ask him, I would love to know what was the reasoning behind the different renditions of the songs. Because like my thing with that is it'd be different if he had a tour, performed, did it, you know, where you perform the tracks, boom, boom, boom.
because that's how it's supposed to.
But then he gets like experimental with it, okay. But when you just pop out as, okay, here's everybody, we're here to hear Self-Control and Godspeed. And okay, that's a completely different beat. Like that would actually piss me off. That would piss me off. Like it wouldn't like see what I mean here?
But we love T-Pain's cover albums.
Yes.
But it's completely different sounding of the original songs.
You see the difference in there?
No, they're both artists. You were expecting different art from
You're
these
missing
artists.
my point. You're missing my point. T-Pain goes on tour. T-Pain does this. T-Pain pops out.
When did he go on tour and then say, "I'm about to drop a"? When did he go on
My
tour?
point
before
is
his,
that
hold on, let me. When did he?
If T-Pain
announce-
performs at Coachella, he does not come out and perform a different version of In Love with a Stripper. He just doesn't. He just doesn't do that. That's my point. You do that at the personal show where you try something different. Like Mac Miller did Live from Space in his own space migration setting. He didn't go and perform at Lollapalooza and do a different version of Best Day Ever just to watch the crowd look back and be like, oh, fuck. It took me a minute to realize he's doing Best Day Ever.
I see what you're saying, but...
I knew you would. I just knew I had to word it right.
No, I got it, but with Frank, I think his mind is reversed in that thinking. When my fans pay money to come see me, I know they're expecting this, this, and this. When I pop out at a random set at Coachella, they have 4 artists before me, 3 after. Now's my time to
He was actually headline. That's another factor.
fair, but he respectfully headline. But what I'm saying, like, all these people didn't pay just from Frank Ocean. Yes, they like Frank Ocean. Like, yeah, he's the headliner, but some people were there for other people too.
There's a reason why a lot of people didn't go home. They had to see that. I see what you mean.
But
like,
when you,
even if they don't like Frank like I do or you do, they'd be like, all right, well, it's still him.
You're not.
Nobody
buying,
really ever gets to see the guy, so let's wait till he comes out.
You buy a Coachella with
Which
him
then that actually proves my point more.
Well, what I'm getting at is you're not buying a Frank Ocean concert ticket on tour to see his opener, but you would buy his headlining Coachella to see all the other people.
Yes.
Even like so, when Frank knows these 30,000 people paid to see me, just me. Yeah, I'm a headliner at Coachella, and these 30 paid, but they also paid for blah 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 blah. So
can I throw this one out here though?
So just one less ending. Him as an artist, feel like that's when he feels he can do his experimental, because not everyone is there. Just like his hard-earned fans paid their money to see Frank Ocean, not Coachella Frank.
What about the history of Frank performing not going so well? Does that play a factor for you?
No, because that falls back on my expectations from people's. He's an artist.
Yes and no, though. At what point, though, do you stop using that as an excuse?
So at what point in time do you go to Chris Brown and go, I know you're a great singer, but when are you going to stop going over your own vocals and just doing lap dances on stage? But it's two ends of the table.
But not even just that. Like, okay, Frank, like it'd be like a difference if we're talking like, okay, a couple one-offs. Every time that he's popping on and performing, for whatever reason, it does not go right. Doesn't get received right. It doesn't go over right. It doesn't really seem like,
because he's just not a good entertainer.
Yeah, he has a hard time with the performance aspect.
But
he's more of a record driven.
Don't
get me wrong. I love Frank Ocean. Love Channel Orange, Blonde.
They did
love Nostalgia Ultra.
They did criticize what I'm about to say, but they didn't. They did it for a health reason. With Post Malone, he did the same shit, singing into a mic on his knees, full passion.
Yes.
People loved it at the show. And then people were like, is this man okay? Health, like mental? He's an artist giving his soul to the people watching him. Like, how you perform your own art is how you do it. Like, now those people's expectations of how they want to see you perform your art is different.
Maybe he's got to figure out a lane there. Like, I don't know. Like, unless he just wants to scrap performing altogether.
Or does society have to remember not everyone molds to us?
And, and if the performance aspect is his Achilles heel, that doesn't really take too much away from him. I would say, though, that
people still go buy tickets to see him perform and sing. And
my point is, I think he should just stick to doing what he's doing then. Just don't stay away from it. Don't perform. Don't do that. Just give us the record. The record, we can perform it in our own homes when we're lip singing to it. Or don't do it.
Or just go do like House of Blue venues, like so like
personal events.
So like people that are going, it's
people. Man, that would sell out like that.
Exactly. So like, but like it's like, I'm not mad at somebody for performing how they.
I'd be like, Frank, give me a couple of beers, give me a blunt. Give me self-control, and I'll go out there right now and fucking sing that shit to fucking Coliseum.
That's why everyone was pissed. They're at Coachella paying $15 for a water bottle, $20 for a beer, $30 for nachos, and he
can't even do Thinking About You in the right key.
And then
motherfucker.
And then they're expecting him to crowd surf and climb on this thing, and he comes out here and performs from his soul. Like, bitch, I'm not on LSD to see you.
If you don't crowd surf to Nike, like, give me my refund.
I didn't take 7 grams of shrooms to see you sit there, bro.
I want to see that UFO come over this fucking stadium if I'm paying that kind of ticket price.
You know how much Molly I'm on, bro? Move around for me. Like, this is a vibe.
You're sending these people into a bad trip. Yo, Frank, good up there?
So, like, I get people being disappointed with it, but I'm not mad at him at all. because he nowhere in his contract of Coachella says you're doing this, and you have to do that. Like, he's an artist. Everyone performs and paints art.
Frank would
differently.
love you right now. Frank would be like, "Thank God, somebody."
But
he's doing the Simba right now.
But it
Somebody,
goes
anybody.
further to, like, people just feeling entitled. Like, oh, I paid for a Coachella ticket, so you better do what I expect. Like, no.
I do
You
think
show
this
up to your
though.
job every day. Don't do what
I
you're
think it
expected
would
to
have been
do.
cool if he would have actually done week 2 and redeemed himself. I will say that. I think that would have been cool. Do week 2
Nah.
and redeem yourself.
Frank, keep it G, bro. They don't want to see me. Cool, fuck them. Yeah,
But
I give the people what they want. They ain't like it. Cool. Here's Blink 182.
I guess now they're-
Oh, now you're still not happy.
I guess
So
now
you-
we just gotta wait to see when Frank's actually gonna
He's just
drop the
Yeah.
album.
the Blink 182 is like literally just
Which I'm
like,
actually at the
proving
point
you
where
can't please everybody.
I don't know if he should even drop the album, which sounds crazy for me to say. Like,
He'll drop it whenever he's done. With
I
it.
think he should go back to wait a little while, let it die down from
That-
all this.
I don't.
I would say let it die down.
I mean, truly, if you want the biggest,
Plus, you know me, I'm
if you want
always
the biggest,
whenever
audience, you
music
drop
doesn't
it right after this.
whenever music doesn't come out for a while though, I get to that point with a lot of people where it's just like, you know what, if it happens, cool.
If
Nah,
you,
I'm all
but if
right.
he wanted the biggest numbers, he would drop it like in a week.
Yeah, but
Because then you get all your haters going to check it out just to see if it's good or not, and then be like, "Oh, it's trash." But then you still have all your true fans listening. If you wait 3-4 months, the haters don't give a fuck anymore.
I guess
'Cause
so.
that's how society is. Like, oh, what are we hating on today?
one
Like,
thing
what's
that
new today that we can talk shit on?
one thing that
What are
I
we canceling today?
I think I'll end up saving that actually for yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'll just probably dive into TV and movies, and I'll save what something I was going to mention for next week actually, because that was something else that I wanted to dive
Let
in
me read
on.
it.
It just has something to do with remixes. It just was a thought that I had. It crossed my mind at work. But all right, I guess we'll dive into it. I mean, hey, you know what? We only go live once a week. You know, other pods go live twice a week. Shit, some go live 3 times a week, but the average is twice a week. So you know what? We're going to use our time while we got it. Last thing that I wanted to mention for music, it hit my head while I was working. Why is there no just straight remixes anymore? It's all EDM shit. Like Players has like 15. Coi Leray, love Coi Leray,
because there's a lot.
but she's got like
Got you.
15 different EDM remixes. Where like nowadays, I'm thinking of an example. Jesus Christ.
So, all right, I got your answer. So there's less remixes nowadays because there's more communication and connections today. Back in the day,
Well, now I can't. I'm having a hard time thinking of the remixes
but like,
now.
so back in the day, someone would drop a song.
Well, yeah, it'd be like "Party Like a Rock Star," and then
Lil
"Party
Wayne's
Like a
like-
Rock Star" featuring Lil Wayne.
And then
or,
Lil
like-
Wayne's like, "Damn, that's fire." He's like, "If only if I would have known, we could have had it on the album."
Like I
But
want to
now
say
today-
there
now-
used to be some remixes. I'm gonna look a couple up.
But like in today's world,
Oh, the Top Back remix with
like,
Ti. That's a banger remix. I just
'Cause if you
wonder what
just-
happened to all these.
travel back in time real quick. 2000 email was barely like fairly new still. Email, the internet, 2000. So
Good
like,
old email.
so like people were in their studios, literally in a cave. Like
Yeah, see, all these
didn't-
remixes
didn't-
are like
you didn't talk,
EDM.
you didn't like talk to people though back like you want.
Okay,
you see
I
what I'm
found
saying?
one.
Like
I found one that actually was nowadays.
okay, but what was the Lil Wayne and Travis Barker like back in 2005? I don't know 6. Lil Wayne's in his own world. They're in their own world. Lil Wayne fucks with rock though. So when
I
that
forget
shit,
what that was.
Blink-182's in the studio for 3 months in the whole in the dark basically because we don't have cell phones like today, internet like today. So they do their album, get it done. That hits the radio. Lil Wayne's like, oh shit, call them up, see if I can put a verse on it. But in today's world, they're gonna be like, hey, send this out to a few. Send this to Wayne, Future, Ross, and see if anybody wants to hop on before we put it on the album. So it just goes straight to an actual song.
I'll get one crack for the 420 edition.
So like that. So like rather than like people.
Since we're talking, chatting, having a good old time.
So like basically, it's like people are able to hear
Drinking
it.
the Bowdens.
You're able to show your hidden gem like to somebody and get
Cheers,
them
yeah.
on it before it hits
Cheers.
the album. Because
Yeah, I mean,
Literally,
like nowadays, like when I look at this, I just see DaBaby with the Life Is Good remix. I see.
but go to all the
Okay, Rose's remix featuring Future, but,
But
like,
today-
see, that rarely happens.
But today's day and age, go check out all the newest features. Because
Oh,
those
yeah.
are like the actual.
And
that would be the actual
one
remix.
that throws me though is there's so many EDM remixes,
Well, that's just
like
that's-
enough to make
that's
whole
for-
EPs.
That's DJs. That's literally for DJ world and like bars, blah blah blah. Like that's why it's more EDM. Like,
And those
straight-
festivals do go crazy.
Exactly.
Those raves.
But like, okay, so today's day and age, Double Fantasy Weekend would have dropped that. And say this is 2006.
Then it could have been like Double Fantasy remix with
It hits the
Future.
yeah, it hits the
and blah, blah, blah,
internet or it hits the radio because that's how you heard everything. And Future like freestyles over it in his car. He's like, "Shit, call up the Weekend album or label." Yeah, that song you just put out, that shit fire. I put down a crazy freestyle just now. You trying to link?
And labels would also market it like, "Hey, we're pushing this as the single, but we could also milk another single out of it
Yes.
if more people want to hop on it."
But
Like Ti with Top Back, I'm sure somebody was like, "Hey yo, what do you have?
and that's,
Yo,
but that's-
this beat's crazy."
and that's when you
But
needed radio plays, this play. Like now you got
the
streams.
normal remixes all got replaced with the sped up version. Thanks, TikTok. Yeah, that's the other thing too. They need to make it fit those TikTok dance videos.
I would say
I
that's
wasn't.
why we,
Yeah, I kind
that's
of
why we
forgot
have.
about TikTok. Yeah,
I say
a
like,
lot of
that's
those
why
do
the-
get used on TikTok.
That's why we have more of the like simpler, catchy beats though. It's like TikTok, like because it has to be the
Oh yeah, because like he
Did-
said, people took players and then just turned it into the apple bottom make it wanna bite, and I just wanna have a good night, and it's like, oh wow, you
Right.
just really sped the fuck out of it. Like,
wasn't that originally like 60? Now it's 110. Like what the fuck?
yeah, you just really just upped it,
Oh, I mean, I guess that's what we doing.
and it like creates for the like he said, the TikTok video, the viral moment with it. Which, I mean, hey, I get it. Hopefully, these DJs and producers are getting paid. I mean, at least if it's going to be used on these viral trends.
Right. So
And
that
hopefully
song-
the artist is also, I'm sure, getting paid too, because then they promote it because they're like, oh, well, here's Players Extended, and then here's this guy's remix that was popular on TikTok. Here's this guy's remix that was popular on Triller. Here's this guy, like,
Remember,
this one rang off in Magic City.
DJ
Wow.
Khaled, I'm the One, Justin Bieber, and Chance, Wayne.
Yes.
How there's like 4 extras. Originally, that would have been DJ Khaled and Justin,
And
then Chance
turned
would have
into a
called,
remix.
and then 2J, and then Wayne. But then they're like, why don't we just get all 5? In the
I
beginning?
almost, it's
and
funny
make it
that
go
you say
number
that.
1.
I actually almost wonder if Khaled played a factor. Because when I'm looking at it,
Connections. He can connect people.
and like if you look at it too, like the Major Key album, it's just a bunch of fucking names.
Collabs.
Like, yeah.
but literally goes to what
Like more than just like featuring so and so. It's
Being-
like
being
stack
able-
the card.
being able to communicate and the connections. Like DJ Khaled could have heard a song by Justin, was like, that's fire. Imagine if Chance had the hook though. Then Chance heard it, was like, bruh,
Also wild.
Wayne would murder this beat. Well, shit, hit him up. And then Justin didn't even have Wayne's number, but now he does. Like, it was like,
Good point. Yeah, but no, I'm excited to see, that's why I liked it when the Life is Good remix came out. I was like, whoa, that's different. Like, I haven't seen that in a minute. The What's Poppin' remix.
we're gonna bring back remixes.
And I was like, I haven't seen that in a minute. I'd be for it.
You're gonna drop 2 Tuesday, then like 2 Thursday remix with Super Fry.
The 2 Thursday remix. Big bet.
Featuring Super Fry.
So last category, TV movies. We do got a couple things to mention. Let's just start right off with this. Mando season finale. I watched it the other
Did
night.
not watch.
Okay.
I haven't watched the late. So technically,
How close are you?
there's 7, right?
Yeah,
gotta-
eight.
I gotta
No.
watch the last 2 episodes. But
Big bet.
literally last week, I started season 6 because I'm a binge watcher.
Oh wait, what?
I
No,
hate watching.
season 6 of what?
Sorry, season 3.
Okay.
I hate waiting for episodes. So like I knew they were ending soon with playoffs happening. You're not competing with NBA and shit. Like sorry about it. They played their perfect timing very well.
You're trying to
We
wrap
got
it up.
hockey playoffs, NBA playoffs now. Like not a smart business move. But I was like,
Great. I gotta say, great season.
yes.
Season finale. Holy shit.
So
Holy shit.
it was literally last weekend on
My
Sunday.
man, Baby Yoda.
Last Sunday I watched started episode 1, got to like 6, and then the Lakers game came on.
You said no spoilers. I'm only on episode 3 of the new season.
Yeah,
We got you.
I'll punch him in the chest. I swear.
No, I already bit tongue. All I said was
I know.
season finale.
You come
gas.
to the worst. You were the worst with it, literally.
But best season finale.
So like, Big Ball, I got you, dog. Like, this is the one time like when I tell him like I'll punch you. In
No,
the
no,
chest,
I'm good. He already knows. I'm good. I talked to him about it.
Did you watch Boba Fett season 1?
No.
Go back and watch that.
Did not see that.
So technically, that's season 2.5. After the first 2 episodes, Mando's in it basically the whole thing, but it literally gives you a bunch of information that's very insightful. That go watch that.
I've heard that one on the Clone Wars is pretty good. But I've only checked out Mando.
I only watched Bubba because my stepsister and her husband.
Well, shout out Mercedes Monet,
big
Sasha Banks, and
huge
Mando.
Star Wars fans, like nerds about it. I told him, I was like, "Oh, finally caught up on season 2, blah blah blah." He's like, "Good, season 3's about to drop." But
And
first,
you're like, oh shit!
I was like, "Oh, perfect." He's like, "But first, Boba Fett is like season 2.5." He's like, "The first 2 episodes are a little slower." I was bought in already on first one, but a little slower. And then he's like, "But Mando's in it, basically." I was like, "Dope."
Fuck yeah!
So but it literally
Oh,
should have
yeah.
been titled
Check
Boba
that out.
Fett Mandalorian season 2.5. Like,
Yeah, no, I definitely want to dive into more of their Star Wars content on there. That Mando is fucking good
phenomenal.
shit. I'm glad you fell in love with it. So to mention the next TV show to you that I said is a must watch to you, more so than even a highly recommend, even with the high in all caps, even with that.
After his is a new show he's throwing out.
So yeah, brand new
I'm
show,
gonna give y'all old show.
trending on Netflix. Me and my wife are currently just about to be starting the last episode. There's 10 episodes, about 35 to 40 minutes a piece, and the show is called
Beef.
Beef. Yes,
I've seen the previews,
capital BEF.
and I was gonna indulge before he
Fucking
even told me.
amazing show. I'm telling you, you guys watching,
Yeah.
you guys would
I
love
actually
it. I
planned on
mentioned it to
checking it
Doom
out,
as
so-
well. He knows. Hopefully, he gets a chance to check it out soon. It's a fucking amazing show.
And this is for after y'all finish this. If you don't have it's a great, phenomenal show. One of my favorite shows ever. It's on Netflix. Blacklist. My boy Raymond Reddington.
Oh, I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever watched it, but I've heard of that. If I did, it was only like a little bit of an episode.
Recommend.
I've heard that.
Like,
Heard a lot of good things
like,
about that.
This is like how you just with Beef. This is my top show. Like
That's your top pick. Like
Top
if we were a movie store, TV show thing,
my best.
that's the top pick of the week going in.
Yeah, if someone's like, I need a show, like they haven't seen nothing.
Blacklist is great. Yeah, I
Goated.
gotta check that out.
Like so,
Alright, I'll check
nothing
that
spoiler. Each episode is its own, but they're
Hold
all
me to
connected.
it. I'll check out Blacklist. You check out Beef.
That's fair.
I'll let you know when I watch the
But
first episode. It'll be over the span.
It's
of the next...
literally crazy because like,
where do we find these shows at?
Netflix, I believe. Blacklist
Netflix
is
for
on.
both.
And like Blacklist, like how I said, each episode is its own. Like you could watch it alone and be like, "Oh, that's dope," but then everything's connected. Like you'll be like season 4, like, "Oh shit, that's from that one episode." Like what
Oh,
the
shit.
fuck? Like everything's it's
Cool. Yeah, Beef is one of those shows where, dude, I feel like the ending of almost every episode could be a season finale.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking twists and turns and great shit all around. I fucking love it. The suspense is
I
awesome.
think there's like 7 or 8 seasons of Blacklist though. So go check out Beef first, and then when you're like, "Oh shit, we got an hour and a half before bed. What are we gonna put on? I don't know. What movie? Nope, Blacklist."
Hell
and,
yeah.
And then it might keep you up for like 4 hours.
I'd say the same thing with Beef.
Yeah.
So they both get juicy like that, where they know how to just perfectly leave you on the edge of the cliff.
And with Blacklist, now that there's like 7, 8, of course there's gonna be some episodes that are like more informational, like background story, like
Happy
build up.
420 weekend, everybody.
I'm not gonna say every episode of Blacklist is 10 out of 10. There are some ones that are like a little slower, but eight seasons you're gonna have some fucking slower. There's like 16 episodes in each one. It's like
Beef takes a skosh of a minute and then it takes off and running.
And they're on first season.
Yes, which I'm a little confused on how they're going
And
to keep
that's-
going with it, but we'll
Ali-
save that until after everybody's kind of watched
Comedian
it. We're
Ali
talking about it
Wong
later.
is female lead.
Yes, thank you
director,
for
writer,
refreshing me on that.
And
Yes,
then Eddie Cho or David
Daniel
Cho.
Cho. Or,
David.
Yeah, David Cho, but he
Is
plays in the. He actually plays his name in the show, Daniel Cho. Because his name in the show is Danny Cho.
Okay.
And Ali Wong plays Amy Laus. But Ali Wong directed it, wrote it, and is the lead female in the show. I got my wife hooked immediately. I feel like I could get you guys hooked as well. Great show.
Show name Danny, real life name David. I was like, I know his name is David.
But he still used the Cho.
Correct.
So that's cool.
But he's
Cho Bros.
Yeah, I like that dude.
But to talk a little bit about movies, and then we'll be
Cocaine Bear is
closing
on
out.
Peacock.
Cocaine Bear is on
Still
Peacock.
haven't watched. I need to.
New Insidious trailer came out. Now directed by Patrick Wilson,
Okay, as long as that,
aka Ed Warren from The Conjurings.
that just say. Well,
That's the guy who
I
played
know-
Ed Warren.
what I was about to say though, I was like, that just saved the series. Like, for me, what is this, the fifth one? Roughly.
Yeah, fifth. Yeah, one. Well, yeah, first.
So
Then
like,
you had the second one where old lady get not old lady.
what I was
but
saying though is
girl
like,
gets her
after
legs
the
smashed.
third, it was just like, okay,
That was
another Insidious.
Yeah, that was. I actually this might be either 4 or 5 because I know there was one called The Last Key.
Well, just,
No, okay.
but what I was saying is like, oh, new producer, new, like rejuvenation.
I'll be honest.
But
That's,
now that it's the Conjuring dude, it's like, oh, we're just gonna get Conjuring plot with these scenes. Okay.
well, my thing with it
is it gonna be new again, or is it just gonna be? Oh, here's another.
I'll show you the trailer
scary
after
movie.
the pod. I am a little bit lost on where they're exactly going with this. Because half the trailer is them showing Insidious one shit. So I don't really know what to do with that knowledge.
I'm actually okay with that because
Like, I
don't
don't-
show me the fucking movie actually, because these new trailers you get damn near the movie.
Yeah.
In the trailer,
I'm a little lost
So,
at one point in
keep
the
it
trailer.
keep it mystique.
Like Dalton goes from 1 minute of being a grown-up kid now to all of a sudden here's Dalton
Oh,
doing something
alright.
from like 10 years
So-
ago. And I'm like, what the fuck?
One of my traits, Doctor Strange brain. I'm fairly good at predicting movies. Like, as I start watching, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going.
What's
He's stuck in the dream world from Insidious 1. He never got out.
And he's just
So
consistently
he-
going in and out or something. I don't know.
So it's like a sixth sense. He thought he was maturing, but in reality, his soul, lucid dreaming, he was stuck with the demons, so he never aged.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I hope I'm not right because I just spoiled that fucking movie for everybody.
That'd be funny if if you were. But you know, you're not a psychic. You're just Snuka.
Hey, author, poet, you never know.
Walking encyclopedia.
I know-
The
I know-
other, so yeah, I
know
mean,
a
from
lot
what I've
about a
seen in the
little.
trailer, though, it looks like that's my dad's line. Know a lot about a little. But I saw Woody Harrelson is, well, actually, no, Woody, Insidious is coming out this summer. But this is actually one of the more funnier things that I wanted to bring up this week, and that's why I'm glad that movies fell to last.
Hey,
I don't know if you saw this, but this is
I did
fucking
not.
hilarious. So Woody Harrelson comes out and said that him and Matthew McConaughey might actually be blood
yeah,
brothers.
actually, I saw the.
I might have actually sent you that because I was
I
like,
think-
hold on, that's a big one. And I'm excited to talk about that because that's funny as shit.
I
So
thought- don't mean to
there's
be-
so many
not-
layers to this, believe it or not. There's more that meets the eye than just hearing that headline because
not-
I actually
not
did look
stepping
into
on
the
toe-
story.
I think it was McConaughey that came out because I think he said his mom or something said about a possible like affair, not affair,
No,
but
it was Woody. It was Woody. I
Was
think
it?
it was Woody's dad because he said that.
Well, I'm saying I think McConaughey's mom told him about a possible meetup interaction with his dad and it would all kind of align, but it was like I knew it was Woody's dad, but I thought McConaughey was the one that came out. with it.
Dude, the shit that comes around this though is fucking hilarious to me. So, Woody Harrelson's dad had something to do possibly with the assassination of JFK.
Harrison's dad. I'll just make sure I had the correct.
Yes, Woody
So he
Harrelson's
was in
dad.
FBI then, or CIA.
I forget. Like, I didn't get to read too deep into it, but he had some involvement possibly in the JFK shooting. And it's like, what the fuck? And then Matthew McConaughey, when he won his Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club, he like made like the moment of his thing thanking his dad. And that's why, like Woody said, like everybody's down to get the blood test except for Matthew because he doesn't want to face the fact that wasn't actually his dad. If that ended up being the case.
I pulled it up now. He was like, yeah, he said, we're all down, like we want to go do it, test it, perform. It's a much bigger deal because McConaughey feels like he would be losing a father, but in reality, and Woody was like, but I told him it's like you're gaining another one
and a brother
because like he's still your dad. He raised you.
Like that won't take anything that he did away.
Yeah, exactly.
But we wouldn't be able to know something else. And I actually saw, I'm trying to remember what the comment was. Somebody was like, whoa, dude, we're brothers now, man. He's like, all right. I just thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's perfect. All right.
There was something I was meaning to bring up on the pod, but I hope
so Harrison did. You were right. I wasn't. You were right. Harrison recalled a conversation with McConaughey's mother when she told him that she knew Harrison's father. They were in Greece watching the U.S. team win the World Cup. I mentioned something about regrets. Harrison said, and I said, it's odd that my father has no regrets. I've known Ma Mac, McConaughey's mom, for a long time. And she goes, I knew your father was like a ellipsis I found a little troubling or interesting. Harrison said her pause was filled with an innuendo. Like, it was like the
leaning into like, yeah, we
it was
knew
like a
each other
pause.
real
Yeah,
well.
like, oh, we knew each other. Like, what you mean?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, that's got to be turned into a movie if it's true. Like, if it actually gets become true, they got to kind of make that like a dual biopic. That would actually be very fucking interesting.
I mean, I think it has to. Everything just lines up. The year of McConaughey.
I could see that being a movie in 10 years.
The year of Matthew's birth, 9 months before, his mother was on a sabbatical from a relationship with his supposed father.
Yeah, like, there's a lot that goes into it that looks legit, but Matthew's just like, which, let me ask you that then. In Matthew's shoes, how would you feel it?
Tricky. Because, like,
believe it or not, I'm actually going to side with Matthew. Ignorance is bliss.
Well, yeah, because
this will always be something fun to entertain. It'll always be something you can have on your mind and be like, what if?
That's why, like,
but the world will never know.
I mean, I live with that. What if? Like, being in a single parent household, like, what if I didn't not stop seeing my mom at the age of 5? Like, I get that, truly. But, like, that's why it's a hard step for him to confirm it or not. Like, do I want to know? I'm cool with thinking it's let's. But if it actually becomes true, it's like,
damn. Like, yeah, I'd be like Matthew McConaughey.
There's no,
like, well, that's different. Like,
he still raised me, but no wonder I'm tall as fuck and he isn't. But
like
little
shit like that. Like, oh, my dad has pitch black hair. I got fucking light blonde. Like,
but I feel like it'd be not easier, but it's a better situation that like his mother and father were like worse. Like, it wasn't like she went off behind his back and shit. Like, they were going through their second divorce or something.
I didn't even see that. See, I didn't even get that far.
Whenever I said sabbatical.
Oh, she took a sabbatical, all right. She took a sabbatical on that dick.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I saw something about saying divorce somewhere. I don't know if it was.
That's hilarious.
I forget. No, I gotta go find it. But
going on a sabbatical and getting some dick, that's nuts. That's crazy.
It's Harrison and McConaughey are supposed to appear in the comedy series.
Sabbatical.
They're appearing in a comedy series, Brother from Another Mother, for Apple TV Plus.
Oh, so they are actually going to do something with it?
No, I think this was like
they're just a pitch,
a fictionalized portrayal of their own decades-long friendship. Like, it's portraying how they're just good-ass friends. But now this came out, like,
And then now it's like maybe an actual gonna be like a thing. Wow. Well, hey, I mean that would be that'd be making my prediction good. So our last question that we have to answer. This is courtesy from our great viewer and Sleepless Familia, great member of the family, good brother Doom, aka KRS3,
Shout
asked
out
us
Doom.
this question. Judd Apatow movies. He gave us 4.
Okay.
One Gotta Go. 4 movies.
Okay.
40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Walk Hard, Pineapple Express. And I'm going to word it the same way I do it every time. You're on an island, Nick. You got 4 Blu-rays. One of them's going to be thrown into the sea and you're never going to watch it ever again. Not for a second, not ever again. What is your one movie that you throw into the sea? Because I'll be honest, I love all 4 of those movies. This is actually a really tough question. That's why I told him, I said, you know what? I didn't just pick this out of bias. This is a damn good question.
They're all,
I got to think on it. I just threw it at you. I know my pick, but it's tough. You want me to say first?
No. Walk Hard. Great movie.
That's
phenomenal.
my second favorite there. I can't do it.
Phenomenal movie.
You can have whatever you want, but you don't take my monkey.
But like, if I'm stuck on
Walk
an island,
Hard. The wrong kid died.
I'm on an island. That's like a portrayal of someone else's, like, you know, it's like,
dude, when he meets Elvis in that movie, fucking hilarious. He goes, there's only 2 kinds of people known, Chinese and the king. I'm the king.
I don't need history class.
Oh, no. That shit's,
but that's what
they're making fun of it. That shit's
I know,
hilarious.
but like, it's
we are the Beatles. Hey, John, I wonder if your songs will still be shit when I'm 64.
it was
Like,
either Knocked Up or, well, I'm probably going Walk Hard.
I go Knocked Up.
But those were the 2 that were.
My 2 comes down to 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up. But I watch 40-Year-Old Virgin more and I laugh more at 40-Year-Old Virgin. Maybe I'll laugh more at Knocked Up when I actually, when wifey's pregnant. But for right now, though.
When that day comes and when they're ready.
Yeah, I was almost a 40-Year-Old Virgin, so it's interesting that Knocked Up's entered the category.
Daddy Daycare is next.
Did you see me and you running a Daddy Daycare?
Yeah. Hold on, we're pod. Come. Oh my. We are live right now.
They're on the pod. Fuck, he grabbed my beer. The kid in the Flash uniform. Kid in the Flash suit would have definitely grabbed my beer and just took off with it. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Your mom's going to be pissed.
Hit my slopes and grabbed your beer, gone.
Yeah, the kid did that. He's really going to be Flash then. God
that
damn. He's on that. He just did a Keanu Reeves, no cord, no nothing, right on the ceiling.
Gives that kid a paintbrush, getting some work done.
Somebody doesn't find the gun, or we're going to have Jawick Jr.
Oh, that's in the holster.
Wait, fuck! He's running to the Barley house now.
He has my holster too. Shit! Hold on, kid.
Fuck! He just used my phone to catch a lift to the Barley house.
How do you know that? Like, where did you learn that Barley is the place to go?
I don't even go there.
Who talked? That is not in my.
Yo, who are you hanging with?
That's not my.
But yeah, 4 gotta go in that scenario. Again, I love those movies. I have all 4 of them. Knocked Up, I'm sorry. I gotta say bye to you. I love Walk Hard, man. Walk hard. Hard. When he cuts his brother in half and his dad goes, the wrong kid died.
See,
he says it like 4 different times throughout the movie.
That's probably I haven't watched that one more than like 4 times though.
Fair enough.
If it was like my most recent watched, high as shit and laughed a lot, Knocked Up probably gone. You know what I mean? But like, from it being just like, it's a phenomenal film. I led with that.
I mean, yeah, all 4 of those is great. I mean, Pineapple Express, that one was like an easy, like, well,
that's that one's not leaving.
That one, hey, you ain't going. It's doing the Jordan Belfort. I'm not going anywhere. It's gonna need a fucking bulldozer to take me out.
I ain't fucking leaving.
I ain't fucking leaving.
He should have left.
Yeah. In hindsight, if you watch that movie, everything would have actually been perfect if he just would have retired right there.
If he just walked away.
But then again, though, we never would have got that. I'm not fucking leaving. So we need that. And Steve Madden said on the Impulsive Pod that he's
To
which
be fair,
I don't even
he
usually
could-
watch
We still
that
could have had
podcast, I
that.
like
I'm
that.
not fucking leaving. And then if he was still just smart enough to listen to his dad, like 2 weeks later,
he could have done it at
and
like
leave, then
he could have done it at like an Outback. Like, I'm sorry, sir, your weight's gonna be another 45. You know, maybe you should just try the Olive
It was
Garden.
probably a hometown buffet back then.
Oh, and he's like, he looks at the fresh food come out. I'm not fucking leaving. I said order
Like
another beer
they just-
because I'm not going
Just
anywhere.
spread out the fresh wings. I'm not fucking leaving.
You're
I'm
gonna
not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking
You're
going
gonna
anywhere.
need a fucking bulldozer to take me out of here.
And a crane. I'm not fucking
Yeah, he
leaving.
says that. She's like, they're gonna need a fucking crane. Like,
That's a great movie.
oh my god. Well,
Shout out. that movie.
unfortunately, Pull Up a Chair episode 35 is in the book. We love you guys. And unfortunately, just temporarily, we are fucking leaving. But we will see you guys again next week for Pull Up a Chair episode 36. And I'll be seeing you guys soon for Sleepless Radio episode 140, which brings me to the last question to ask you. Biggie in one corner, Snoop Dogg in the other corner. Snoop D-O-double-G versus Notorious B.I.G. Winners bracket showdown, 14 rounds, anything goes. Who takes the dub? I know polls weren't looking good, for me at least, because I got Biggie. Danathan Daly's got Snoop.
I don't like.
I get it. He's got the deep catalog.
Not
and I
even,
don't.
but like.
I get
not
two
even-
albums. I get 2 albums and a couple of features. I get it. Last time we took Biggie, we took
I
him as a
literally-
team at my bachelor party. It was Team Biggie versus Team Pac.
I mean, I was gonna say Biggie from Jump. The only thing I was waiting on to see if you had Snoop, because like,
I got Biggie.
but yeah, I mean, it's Biggie. Like,
Biggie. Biggie,
Yeah,
Biggie, can't you see?
how many rounds?
14.
See,
Anything
that's-
goes, which means he can use as many Snoop features as he wants. Go ahead and use the Mac and Devin, use all that shit.
This, I feel like, obviously, I'm saying this as unofficial. Look outside looking in. I feel like this should have been like a 10 round.
It's winner's bracket.
I get it.
Because
But
we did 10 rounds for Biggie and 10 or 12 rounds for Snoop Wiz. Because Biggie beat Pac, Snoop beat Wiz.
But I'm only saying it because
Which, fun fact, actually, Snoop, the last time we used him was 2 years ago on the 420 edition of Sleepless Radio.
but it's like for the purpose of the cat, like he got killed at 25, 26,
24.
24. So like Snoop just dropped like an album last year.
A lot of shit.
That's the only reason I'd be
But
like,
you said final answer, Biggie?
yeah.
Well, on that note, we love y'all. Pull Up a Chair episode 35. This is the longest we've ever went, and it just naturally happened that way.
It'd
And
be
as
like
we
that.
always do,
It'd
very
be like that.
organic. Once again, El Tucker Tente, Super Fried Snooker. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Keep the love high and the hate low.
Yeah. Stay blessed and let's stress.